Just lean into it. Put your back into it, people.
This is the time for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams.
This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Boom. Let's get it. No Chris Carlin today. Ty Butler sitting in for Carlin. Apparently no Bart Scott. I was told last night from my man John Winthrop, I was doing the show with Bart, and apparently I guess he didn't get that memo. He's not here. But we'll fly solo. Is this a full solo vehicle, Joe Leo, or are we anticipating Bart Scott's going to get here at some point?
I would hope Bart is going to get here. He's close, apparently, from the last text.
So when this becomes consistent and like he's late to every show, is it just that he doesn't realize what time the show starts, or like do we really believe there's traffic in the tunnel? Because that's the story he's going with all the time. It's, we're backed up, we're behind buses, accidents. Everyone's able to get here on time. Bart Scott's like the lone guy who every 3 days has issues. So does he just not know the show starts at 10 o'clock?
I will say this because Dan, when filling in for Chris about 2 months ago, got caught in traffic for an hour and a half. So I think it's just traffic patterns.
Yeah, but that's a once-in-a-blue moon situation.
Well, this is a once-in-a-blue moon situation.
I don't
Bart's
know.
never caught in traffic missing the show.
I don't know, man. I feel like every time I do the show with him, like 4 out of 5 times, I'm starting solo.
Well, he does have TV on Fridays, so that kind of gets in the way of the beginning of the show.
Is he on TV today?
No.
Oh, okay.
Again, I would say every other time, excluding today.
I don't know. I think you're caping
Today he
for
gets
him.
a pass.
You're making excuses for him, and it's all right. Like Don says about the people who glaze K, he can't do anything for you. So it's fine to disagree with him. Which now I'm concerned. We've got the high noon segment scheduled for noon. Obviously, high noon at noon, and because you guys so vehemently defend Bart in spots where it is indefensible. Now I think there's going to be some bias when we actually get to the meat of the debates 2 hours from now.
Well, we
need some impartial judges. Oh, you don't judge on it?
No, it's just arguments.
All right.
Glad you listened to the show.
800-919-3776 at Bart and Carlin, at Ty D. Butler. We're streaming live on YouTube. So get at us in the comments. 800-919-3776. You know the vibes. You know the deal. At some point, Bart Scott will join us. But until then, let's kick it off with you guys, you and me. Knicks Celtics tonight at the Garden. Jason Tatum makes a return to a place that I guess you can say housed the worst moment of his career. And I was there for that game 4. Look, the Knicks were going to win it anyway, go up 3-1. We know the whole deal. But it's the first time he has, returned to this place. And he was pretty open and honest about how he's not looking forward to it. And at first, I'm watching, what was this, Monday night, I'm watching Knicks Hawks, and I thought, oh, man, if you're Joe Mazzulla, like, should you mess around with the Knicks' psychology by resting your starters so they just don't get any momentum? You're going to be the number 2 seed, so just rest your starters. Don't give them anything to gravitate toward as far as, optimism. And not play these guys. But then when you listen to Tatum be honest about these emotions, I think I've changed my mind, and here was Jason Tatum on his return to MSG.
I mean, yeah, I thought about it. Not like thrilled to go back and play there. Last time I played there, obviously it was a traumatic, experience for me. Obviously, I knew at some point I would have to get over that hurdle and, play there again. So it's going to have to be this Thursday, but it's not like I'm thrilled about it, but it's part of it. I decided to come back and play, so, not necessarily like skipping certain games. I can't play back-to-backs right now, but, I decided to come back and play, so just another game on the schedule.
Wait, so he starts the answer by saying, yeah, I thought about it. Was the question to Jason Tatum, hey, have you thought about returning to the place where you tore your Achilles? You have thought about it. What a question. But anyway, I first thought if you're Missoula, just rest your guys. Don't give the Knicks any hope. But I've completely changed my mind because I think the first game back for him in that building can't be game 3 of the conference semis. You've got all these hurdles you got to clear physically, emotionally, mentally during the regular season. So you go into the playoffs having checked all of those necessary boxes. And I think tonight will be fun because it's a nice little appetizer for that second round rematch that is like an engine of storylines. But now you look at and this was part of the biggest problem with the league. Celtics injury report 4 of their 5 starters are questionable. So here we go again. We're being smacked in the face with the league's biggest problems. I hope they all play. Like, it would be fun to watch Knicks Celtics, and your Peacock, I think, has the game tonight. And so, like, it would be a bummer to have 4 of the 5 starters on the number 2 seed. Amazon's the game, Amazon Prime. 4 of the 5 starters just not participate. But yeah, it is what it is at this point. So there's that. For the Knicks fans, though, biggest point I want to make, I don't think tonight matters for the fan base. I think it's a can't lose, whether we agree with the ideology or not, because here's what's going to happen. I am going to predict this is what happens. If the Knicks lose this game tonight, their fans will say, doesn't matter. I've seen this movie before. Celtics annihilated us all throughout the regular season last year, and look what happened in the playoffs. So if they lose the game, doesn't matter. And if they win, the fans will then decide, actually, no, it does matter because, look, hey, everyone's crowning the Celtics. They've got Tatum back. He's played great in his last 5 games, and we're still proven to be better. So from a big picture, what does it mean kind of, story, I'd be shocked if there's any negative takeaway regardless of the outcome. But it would be very, poor-mannered of me to not say good morning to one and only Bart Scott, fresh off of, I guess, an adventure to the deli because you've got to get your breakfast in before the show starts.
No deli. This is a Acme grocery bag.
Okay.
That features my protein shake from home.
Got it. So
that features different beverages.
Okay, we've got the Pellegrino. I like it.
It is no stop to the deli.
So here's the one.
This is my hydration station.
Here's the one thing I learned
for the show
from my man RJ. Shout out RJ Santillo. He's taking his kid to the Yankee game today. First time him and little Antonio going to a game.
Okay.
One thing I learned from RJ, and this is perfect because RJ is like a really smart dude. He's like, worst optic is showing up late with breakfast because what that means is you had an opportunity to be on time, but like you made a choice.
Yes.
The hell with promptness. I've got to pack this Pellegrino.
But you have to ask yourself, do you have what it takes to make it through the show? See, that's the tough part because it's a level of expectation depending on what your brand is.
Okay.
So if your brand is you're a guy that's going to bring high energy, if you don't have any fuel, then the show's going to be flat. So do you want to have one session or one segment where it may not be hot and on fire, and then the rest of the show is good because your presence isn't there? Or do you want to just have a lethargic show and like, that show was kind of meh all throughout the show? So those are the decisions that you have to make.
I get it.
And the longer you've been in this business and the longer
now
you've been
we're
on the
pulling
show.
rank. Now we're pulling.
No.
I love it.
No.
Son of me.
No.
Condescending. Oh,
Bruh,
to start,
bruh.
it's 10:08 and we're
Bruh,
already here.
Let me tell you something. I showed up without any breakfast, right?
Oh, so we might get a cranky Bart today?
No.
Okay.
I still
the
got
protein shake.
Listen, the protein shake was made well before I knew that it was going to be total stoppage in the tunnel. That was well before that.
Now, one could argue you plan for those things. Because, like, if I'm game planning to get to the show at 9:58, I'm just putting myself in a spot where anything goes wrong, I'm cooked.
No, this was worst case scenario.
Oh,
like
okay.
this was like stop for 20 minutes. You don't anticipate like buses putting their stuff in park.
Who could ever see traffic in the Lincoln Tunnel? I mean, that's just, if you're in New York, like that's just something that never happens.
Even if you have traffic, like you don't anticipate none movement, right? Because the way I cut in right by the entrance of that, right? I don't go through the helix or anything like that. I cut through the side. So worst case scenario, this was the worst case scenario. And actually, I was in good shape. But when I took my little duck spot for my parking spot, wasn't there. So that's really the reason, because I had to then go find my second or third spot.
Oh, wow.
To park and then walk a block and a half.
So what's the lesson to be learned here?
The lesson to be learned is that you can't anticipate the unexpected. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to show up here at 8 o'clock.
I love the accountability from you today.
But I'm not going to show up at 8 o'clock. That's just not realistic.
Yeah. I mean, who could ever like show up and want to prepare for the show with their co-host?
No, remember we have a call-in that we have. That's what that is for. That is exactly what that is for.
Yo, I love being back with you, my man. Here's
it's a pleasure.
Here's the problem.
I love where you started the show at, because it's realistic. You got Cade Cunningham coming back.
I knew. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise he was late, because we would have led the show. Cade comes back. He's got 13-10 last night. The Pistons win again. They clinched the #1 seed last year. So this becomes Detroit Pistons radio.
It actually doesn't. I mean, actually, the guy that's on the show right there is actually from Detroit.
Yeah.
So I just saw underneath the bottom what Cade did. Not that I was stalking Cade, but we're in good shape. And listen, this all comes back to the Knicks, right? The Knicks do well. Our ratings are good. People are excited. The Knicks do bad. It's only good for us for a day or two once people vent, and then they're pissed off. Then they move on to the next thing. So we hope that the Knicks do well, right? And but this is the thing. We're looking at what the expectations is, and it was an interesting question that. Actually, that gentleman right there, I forget his name, came up and said.
Why am I blanking on his name? So First Take right now doing a segment. It's Vince Goodwill.
Yeah,
I'm
Vince
blanking
Goodwill.
He's from David
Detroit.
Dennis Jr.
Yeah, David
and then
Dennis
Stephen
Jr.
A. obviously.
Yeah. He kind of gives me that dude from his cheekbones and his facial expressions. Gives me the guy off of Oz in the wheelchair, off Best Man with the dreads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He gives me that. See how he always open his eyes when he talks?
The Best Man one, I think you nailed without the dreads.
Like, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Don't.
But so here's my thing though. You were walking in as I gave the take. I think the problem that we tend to take exception to when it comes to a large portion of the fan base is they kind of cherry pick when games matter and when they don't matter. It's like the regular season matters on Christmas Day when you come back to beat the Cavs. But then when you lose to the Pistons, it all of a sudden doesn't matter. But then when you come back to beat the Rockets down 17 and win, it matters again. But you lose to Cavs and now it doesn't matter. But then it matters again when you beat a really good Nuggets team. But then you lose back-to-back games in LA. And then, so we just kind of like are playing this game of it only matters when you win. And so what I laid out for tonight, Knicks Celtics, highly anticipated game, a little appetizer for what we all expect to see in round 2, should things go expectingly. If the Knicks win, their fans are going to be hyped and excited because we coronated Boston. They're the favorites. Tatum's playing great the last 5 games, and we still beat them.
They don't want to see us.
Yep. But if they lose, it's like, well, I mean, they beat us last year, and how'd that work out in the playoffs? So what does it really matter?
Well, you have
does it matter or does it not?
I mean, it depends on your perspective. It depends on what happens. It matters. It matters if you win. It doesn't matter if you don't win because you always have to be.
But that's not fair analysis.
But it's not fair analysis. But who says fans have to be
logical and rational?
logical. Like being a fan of a team is the most irrational, illogical thing that you can do in your life.
I get that, but then you're on social media screaming at like the national media for their takes about your team, and then you turn out and have these like unfair standards for how we should judge a team.
You know, like
only the games that like I saw someone, they said, if you take out the 2-9 stretch, look at how good let's just take away 11 games of the season. And it just so happens we're going to take away the 11 games where you played your worst.
But that's the beauty about sports. It's irrational, right? We're blinded by our colors. And, that's the beauty, and that's what we love about sports. It's the only place where you can, politics too, you can be irrational and illogical. But in sports, you can be whatever you want to say. You can change your take. You don't have to hold on to what your beliefs were, what you said early on. You don't have to do that. Even in media, like people like jump on the bandwagon. The apology and the "I'm sorry, I was wrong" is so small that you don't even hear it.
Yeah.
But when they tell you when they're right, they want to pound their chest
loud
and they want to award and be put in genius status. And the reality of it is, whether the Knicks, this is a meaningful game for them tonight or not, who knows? Maybe they don't even play all their players. All the guys.
Well, the Celtics have 4 of their 5 guys on the injury, or 4 of their 5 starters. Jason Tatum's the only guy we know is going to play.
Right, and that's because he needs to get in shape, and that's because he needs to establish a rhythm. And maybe some guys want to play with him just to make sure that he's not out there by himself, so that he can get some realistic sets and get some legitimate chemistry with the new guys that he have out there. No Porzingis, no
Drew Holiday,
no Al Horford. So let him get in a rhythm, that nonverbal communication and rhythm that you get when you just play with somebody and get them in situations. So it's important for him, just like it's important for Cade to get his stuff going. But the reality is this team and this Knicks team is going to be judged. And we should always say, like, listen, first they get rid of you, then they get rid of the coach. Now, the coach is just there, and he's in a newlywed phase. And was he an upgrade? We don't know.
Yeah.
But what we do know is that
too early to tell.
What we do know is he's found a way to go deeper in his bench, that if you have to shorten the rotations when you get into the playoffs, that you have the trust and belief in players that they're rested and that their legs should be fresher than it was last year. The Knicks are going to go into the playoffs relatively healthy, so that's what you lean and that's what you lean or tip your cap to or lean on, the fact that, hey, if we have to give you guys more minutes, then you guys should be able to give us more minutes. Now, you have to figure out, why does Alvarado and Cat come alive together, and why you can't get that same enthusiasm and seem like joy and movement and aggressive Cat when Brunson's out there? That's something that you have to realize.
Because those are 2 different players. I think that's unfair. Like, Alvarado's a different player than Brunson.
Correct, but what I'm saying is you have to figure out your rotations in the playoffs. Yeah. And is it going to be where you stagger Alvarado? Okay, Brunson, do your thing. Okay, now step back. Now, okay, Cat, we're going to do your thing.
But that figures itself out, because the best teams, and we saw this, throughout, like, even the Warriors, and I'm not comparing Brunson and Cat to Steph and KD.
Yeah.
But, like, those guys' minutes get staggered, or Steph's going to play, and then KD's on the bench, and then the inverse of that happens.
But they didn't stop putting up mad points when both of them was out there, right? And KD didn't become small.
Correct.
When Steph was out there. It was just, hey, who's taking the last shot? What sets are we running for pivotal shots, right?
And that went to Kevin Durant. But, that's something that has to be figured out. Here's the thing, though, and I understand. I think sometimes we are a little bit too, I don't want to say harsh, because that feels like we're being soft, but, like, Knicks fans can feel disrespected, because you just take a look at this. Like, their record against winning teams this season.
Yes.
27-22. Last year, they were 15-23. Hang on, let me just make this point. So the biggest criticism we had of them all year long a year ago was, man, they can't beat good teams. Like, you can pounce on the tomato cans, but when that competition gets elevated, you out there looking soft. And yet this year, they take a massive leap in that category, and somehow it's still not good enough.
Well, you want to know why it's not good enough? Because I like that you say that, because you can find a stat to support whatever narrative you want to push. And that's a legitimate stat, right? And that's a great narrative that you just put right there. But what's their record against the top 5 teams in the league? I think it's below 500.
Well,
and that's what people want. They want to know what's your record between Boston. They want to know what your record is against the Pistons.
True.
It is. I heard this stat yesterday.
Well, so we can figure this out. They are 0-3 against the Pistons. I think they're
Boston.
2-1 against Boston. Are they 2-1 against the Celtics? I think it's 2-1.
OKC,
they're 0-2. The Spurs, technically, they're 1-1, but they're really 2-1. That the cup game to me counts.
Okay, but let's keep it 1-1.
So
I think there's something like 5-8. It's something like that. There's something like 5-8 against the elite teams, the top 5 teams. So I think that's the stat that I heard, and that's the concern. Because listen, the fans have become accustomed to seeing the Knicks be elite in the regular season. What they want to see is them be elite, and do they have enough to get to the Eastern Conference Finals? I mean, the bar, and what's my man's name again?
Vincent Goodwill.
Vincent Goodwill. He had a great point. Are our expectations too high for the Knicks?
No.
Because they're a really good team. They're a really good team. But the outcome of this playoffs is going to determine what they do as far as the pursuit of Giannis.
Yeah.
And what the future of Cat is, which is something that has been a shadow or something that he's had to deal with this entire season. And it's going to come to roost, because if you can't have, and it's tough because I like to say that Brunson's a superstar, but I think he's more of a star, not a superstar. I think we use superstar very too loosely.
Yeah.
I mean, can you win with 5? We haven't seen a team win a championship with a roster and players that are ranked where they are since the Pistons won against the Lakers, where you had Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, like the true essence of a team. Can they win this way, or do they have to say, we have to go get guys that are certified buckets, guys that can close out games? Do we get Giannis and Brunson, and maybe our third guy is OG, and we develop and get a bunch of good role players, 2 superstars, right? Because I'll say Brunson is a superstar. 2 superstars and a very, very good two-way player. And how do we get that done? Because it's going to involve a 3 or 4 team trade to be able to get that type of because they don't have the draft picks and the things that they need. So he's going to have to take probably getting Portland involved.
But before we get there, let's just see how this thing plays out.
Of
right?
course, but I'm just telling our listeners what's at risk.
Oh, but I think they
because
know,
this thing has to get blown up.
We've known that for a minute now. Where it really gets tricky is they get to the finals and then lose.
Well, they get to the finals is different.
And lose. It's so like, where are you in your, like, where you thought you were in your progression? That will, I guess, give you a perspective as to what you do. But again, 27-22 against winning teams this year, whereas they were 15-23. And yet we still watch them sometimes and feel underwhelmed. And I think, Bart, like, some of that is just the eye test. Like, there was a period of the season where we just looked at Cat and we said, nope, not good enough. And then he went on a heater. The Bridges and OG stuff, I just sometimes, like, sometimes I'm watching Knick games and I'm like, are these guys on the floor? And it's like, oh, yeah, they actually are on the floor. He's just got a rebound. He just doesn't feel it from an impact standpoint. The Josh, my boy, diehard Knick fan, shout out Brandon, texted me the other night. He's like, yo, we've got to get Josh Hart out of the starting lineup. We've got to figure. And Josh Hart's one of the most beloved Knicks, but there's a segment of the fan base that just can't figure out whether he's a starter or he's better off the bench or in the lineup. And, you've got questions about the relationship between the head coach, Mike Brown, and Cat. So there's like a lot of.
I thought he had a problem with Tibbs.
I first guessed this because before the season, when he was asked, hey, what's your role within the offense? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, well, that's odd. Like, just give me the second best player on any championship contending team that just doesn't know what his role is within the offense. Like, it's just weird. And then you would have thought it would have kind of corrected itself and figured itself out through the year. It hasn't. Now, he's been great. I'll give him credit. Like, post the Giannis trade deadline stuff, he's been fantastic.
Walking double-double, right?
But I still think a lot of Knicks fans feel, and you can say it's unfair, because he has proven to rise to the occasion. I saw him a couple of years ago beat Jokic in a Game 7. And then what he did for the Knicks against your Pistons, right? In that series against the Celtics, too. A lot of Knicks fans just for whatever reason, are not sold money time, night in and night out, I can depend on that guy because he's that valuable.
Just because in New York, they want you to be a certain type of star. They want you to be gutter. They want you to be gritty.
Oh, 90s Knicks too. Like it's
yeah. They want him to be like Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing, I don't think, was overly tough. He wasn't Oakley or Mason. He wasn't the bullies. He was too sophisticated. Like, man, I ain't got time for this. I'm scared.
But he still was,
Yeah, but he still was.
One
that's
of
what I'm
those
saying.
guys.
That's what I'm saying. But he wasn't the enforcers. They want Cat to kind of be at least Patrick. Like if you talk about tough meter, I would say Patrick was like an 8. Oakley and Mason was like 10s.
They were on 10s, yeah.
Yeah. They just want to be Patrick
I like
Ewing
that
tough.
analogy,
They just want to be Patrick Ewing tough.
I like that.
Like don't take no stuff. Don't get pushed around. Don't be getting pushed and shoved and choked out.
Stop taking step back fadeaways when you've got Alex Caruso guarding you.
Exactly. They want to see you be like Embiid. You get somebody little on you like, oh man, I'm about to bounce this dude around. That's all. But the reality is, if Bridges doesn't play well, what's his value to be able to put him inside of a some type of trade package? That's the reality. Like it's a lot on the line. Like for this iteration of the Knicks and how it ends. And if it ends early, I wonder if it ends early, what does it mean for Mike Brown?
Oh, man. That would be – so how early are we talking?
Second round.
Second round. Yikes. Like, with all the expectations – you haven't been, as a collective, this high on the Knicks in 26 years. Like, you go back to those Ewing Knick teams that, played in final. Like, that's the highest we are in them. If, like, we get to the end of this thing and the biggest accomplishment is you won one playoff series, I think everything's on the table, not named, like, trading Jalen Brunson. Like, that's where we see, like, this shift and everyone not named Jalen Brunson's got to go. But, look, they still can accomplish what we thought they can. They're very talented. They've had a tremendous regular season.
That's the thing. The thing is it's no safe like road. Like, oh, we're gonna at least get it can be one extreme or the next. And that's what I think gives us so much anxiety.
But isn't that a microcosm of the season?
Yes.
Like they can be in a 2-point game with the Pacers who aren't trying to win, a 1-point game with Joe Leo's Nets and his coach is drawing up half-court shots to try to win, or they can beat the Nuggets or hang with Oklahoma. Like this team has been so topsy-turvy roller coaster.
What is it, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde. And that's why one of my biggest takeaways is I think they kind of took on the personality of the fan base, like in an odd way. And it's not that they're listening to the fans and they model themselves, but to me it kind of goes hand in hand where the fans just decide regular season doesn't matter, we'll be fine. And the Knicks kind of play like that, right?
Play down to their competition.
It's like when we feel like our best is required, yeah, we can turn it on, but that's dangerous, bro.
Yeah,
because you can get punched. You could get punched in the mouth.
So do we think that this is they're locked into the 3rd seed?
Well, all they need if the Celtics win tonight, that clinches them not being able to get a 2 seed, but they could still fall to 4.
Right.
So on the table right now is 2, 3, and 4. To me, the most likely would be 3.
Right.
Which means you're setting yourself up for,
But if they fall to 4,
Raptors, Hawks, Sixers
now
in round 1.
If that turns to 4, does that put them right there with Cleveland?
No, that means Cleveland would jump up to 3, which I don't know that that's a bad thing. Like, if you could give me Raptors in round 1, Pistons in round 2, I think I'd sign up for that.
Now, do they want to call out the Pistons or do they want to call out Boston?
I think that they don't care. Like, I think that they'll play whoever's on the schedule.
They shouldn't care.
But the fan, a fan, that's a better question for the fans.
Joe Leo, he's a Net fan.
Hey, sorry, he's a sorry Nets fan.
Golly.
Waiting for his Sean Marks to get another extension for the backup job he's done in Brooklyn. That's a good question. Like, would you rather play the Pistons in round 2 or the Celtics in round 2? With all due respect to your Pistons, I'd take Detroit.
I mean, you know what type of game it's going to be. I don't know if they're built for that.
I don't even think it's about that. I think that the experience stuff matters.
I can't go with experience now because this team is now, I think they've gained the experience from last year. Much like we saw OKC when it was a little too early for OKC, and they fell short first couple of times they were in the playoffs where they had one of the best records.
Yeah, but OKC got to a conference finals.
I'm talking about before that.
Yeah, but I'm saying they did. They lost to Dallas. Like the Pistons haven't won a playoff series since Obama's first term. And that's a long time ago.
I got it. It's about as long as it's been since the Knicks have been to the Eastern Conference.
800-919-3776. Very chatty. We were blowing past, stop signs. Let's take a break here. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. We're going to 1 o'clock today. Hit us up, 800-919-3776 in the YouTube comments as well. We'll get to some comments in the chat right here on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
We have two big crashes this morning. First on Route 80, westbound side of New Jersey. Still the right lane of 80 and the ramp at exit 34B at Rockaway. For Route 15, that's closed from a crash investigation from earlier this morning. Delays go way back past exit 37 at Rockaway, 2 to 3 miles. Eastbound is slowed through the accident scene. That is open, but there's construction work down by exit 47 at Parsippany. Looks like the left lane is out. And 287 in Hudson Valley, you've got delays westbound side of Westchester County at exit 6. A crash by Route 22, accident with injuries. On the island, Bayshore Drive is going to have an accident by Saginaw Coast Parkway. One lane is out. New Jersey Transit, 20-minute delays on service in and out of New York's Penn Station because of Amtrak signal issues and switching problems near Secaucus. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long, then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
25 a month, 5 whole years, same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years, same sweet number in your ears.
Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM.
Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
This is the type of time we're on, man. Energy, baby.
What you trying to say, man?
I just want to get you engaged to start the show. You were late, so I want to get you engaged.
Oh, you see him taking shots at you? See, it's not just me.
Come on, Charles and Charles.
Everyone's noticing. We got big bosses here from Wisconsin.
Oh, we do?
You got to be on your game, bro.
Well, this ain't. Well, never mind.
By the way, so you're back from Africa, right?
Yeah, man.
Great trip. But here's my biggest.
You look Ghanaian or something.
Ghanaian? I'd love to go to Africa. Sounded like it was an amazing trip. Saw it all across your social media. So shout out to you for allowing us to, be a part of your experience. My biggest question though is, so now Carlin's sick. Is that because you brought something back with you from the motherland?
Yeah, malaria.
And now he's sick?
Yeah, malaria.
Or he just, because he was fine last week when it was Maggie Gray and Jake Asman. But the minute you come back, he's sick.
Yeah, they always blame the mass disease on the black people. Started in Africa.
Or maybe he's just like, I can't do this. I don't want to work with Bart. Did you guys have a tough show yesterday?
No, not at all.
Did he show signs of being sick?
Well, Tom is sick, right? It's sick season.
Yeah.
Right? All the guys that are allergic to pollen and allergies.
Maybe we need to go back to masking up.
It's fine with me.
I'm down with the masks.
Listen, I was the only one sitting here without COVID. Everybody I worked with got COVID. Greeny had COVID. Doris Burke had COVID.
Doris Burke.
Yeah, I gave her a kiss.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Doris Burke on the cheek. Doris Burke.
Yeah, I mean, with everything happened in the last couple of days, be careful, my G.
Well, that's past the statute of limitations anyway. Can't roll that one back.
Well, you guys hold. I don't want to make jokes. Anyway, 800-919-3776. The NFL draft coming up. Actually, 2 weeks from today. That's pretty cool. Thursday, April 23rd. New York on the clock. We know, as it presently stands, the Jets, they've got the second pick and the 16th. Giants at number 5. And our guys, Rick DiPietro, Dave Rothenberg, breaking it all down live. So join ESPN New York's Couchcast, your second screen for the NFL draft. You get real-time reactions, instant takes, and everything New York fans care about. Watch along, react with us. Don't miss a single moment. It is ESPN New York's Couchcast on draft night, April 23rd, 8 p.m., presented by Calandra Baker. We know if Bart Scott were invited to this Couchcast, he's not getting there until about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Actually,
I'll be on CPT.
Actually, I'll be hosting the draft
on
for the 10th time. No, I'll be doing it for the Jets like I've done the last 5 years. So I've never had a tardy there.
Oh, so it just shows you where ESPN New York is in your power rankings.
Not at all.
You've never been late to an SNY pregame show. Bet you that.
Yeah. You know that pre-meeting is like, yeah, man, I can't.
No, to the actual start of the show where it's just Willie, Connor, and I think Chelsea's doing it this year.
Well, it's been other people that have been late to it because, same thing. Traffic, the marathon, nowhere to park.
Oh, November 1st, by the way.
Yeah. You know that one. Yeah. I bet.
Get your signs ready, baby.
Yeah. You've been late to that one.
What, to a marathon?
You was late to your last race.
Oh, but
that's why y'all had to get delayed start.
But that wasn't my fault. I was in line for an hour and a half.
Oh, that wasn't your fault.
No, I was in line for an hour and a half.
Oh, so things are out of your control.
No, Bart,
what you're saying is things can be out of your control.
Yes, it can.
Why didn't you go? Why didn't you go early? Why didn't you go earlier?
Unless this becomes consistent.
Why didn't you go earlier?
You're willing to give a pass to someone who is like, oh, this doesn't really happen. But when this becomes part of who you are,
okay.
I guarantee you, Carlin.
What are you inferring? I've been on the air for 13 years.
Listen, I guarantee you, part of Carlin's.
I've been on the air for 13 years.
Part of Carlin's preparation for the show is I'm gonna be solo segment number 1.
Never.
And then it's just like a gift when you actually show up.
No, quite
Carlin,
the opposite.
If you're listening or watching, hit me up and confirm or deny that. He prepares to do the show solo for the first segment, knowing
opposite.
that it is a better chance you're not going to be there.
And remember, this wasn't my first rodeo with Carlin, right? We worked somewhere else, and I was there an hour before when we had a board. We did the grease board pre-show.
So what changed? Priorities?
No, technology. Realized that you didn't have to be physically there. Like you can actually have
the paycheck.
You can actually have a FaceTime call. Actually, my paycheck is less.
Oh man, that's not where you want to be.
They used to give out great money back in the day.
So what happened? Value, the stocks?
The industry changed.
Yeah, well, that's why it's a good thing that you're more into social media. That's where it's at, baby.
Yeah, you have to adjust.
How was Africa? Grand old time.
It was humbling. It was spiritual. It was fun. It was eye-opening. You know what I mean? Like, I did everything.
You got on your Malcolm X where you was just out in the fields praying?
No, because I'm not a Muslim, but I did go to a mosque, which was impressive. And they were building a mosque and stuff like that. And, it was impressive to see people so dedicated to their religion that they stop 5 times out the day, no matter what's going on, to honor God.
Love it.
So, that was good. It was good to kind of see the slave ports, never to forget our journey, and also trying to reconnect with the people who were left behind, or the people who exported you.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It's kind of to reconnect, because it's a disconnection, I think, sometimes between African Americans and Africans. And like I said, sometimes they get upset because they feel like we're Americanized, we're acculturated. But I think for them, that's unfair for them to say, because the reason that we acculturated and became Americanized is because they shipped us off of mirrors.
Yeah, I mean,
so you got to take your part of the responsibility that your ancestors shipped my ancestors away, and that's not the case in everything, right? Because some people were kidnapped, but some people were slaves of other Africans, and they sold them for goods and services. And so you go over that story, the Middle Passage and all that type of stuff, and the things that happened to us to never forget. And while I was over there, I was happy that Ghana brought the case in front of the United Nations, and everybody from the United Nations, of course, except America, Britain, and Argentina, which we know they try to whitewash their society, called the greatest crime against humanity slavery.
Yeah. Which, I mean, very important that we are still teaching that stuff overseas, because
we damn sure ain't teaching it over here.
We're trying to get rid of that. We changed the whole curriculum.
Which is why they abstained, right?
Yeah.
It was no Black History Month where you had to learn that Black History Month is really American history. But so it was spiritual in that way.
Did you feel like it was exhausting?
No, I mean, because I know the stories, right? But
I mean, because I saw you traveling a lot and walking, and it's hot. And
no. It
was cooling,
bro. Because I mean,
and then you hitting the early workouts, which shout out to you. I respect that.
Yeah, but
grind don't stop, baby.
But also like going to the beach. Like I was still like they have amazing beaches. People think Africa is some type of huts and stuff like that. Nah, man, they building a Star Island over there like Dubai. You know what I mean? That's going to have the biggest American embassy. There's a lot of oil money in Nigeria. Ivory Coast is paid. So it's the motherland. They got all the minerals, and now you see a lot of the African countries are reclaiming their minerals and kicking the colonizers out. Tell them, hey, go back to France, go back to Britain.
You bring back anything like soap? I'm looking for soap.
I brought back shea butter from the pink Himalayan lake, where I think they provide like 40% or 20% of the world's salt, because it crystallized. Nothing can live in it, and it turns pink, and you can mine it, but they won't allow businesses to do it. But you can come in and mine it, and you have to give a certain amount of salt to the actual tribe that's there. But it's a huge place, and it was amazing. You know what I mean? It's basically like the Dead Sea. You can just lay in it and just float, but you have to put shea butter on like crazy. So they make the shea butter out of the mud that's inside of there. So it's cool. They make table salt, soaking salt.
You can just lay in there and float, but you got to add shea butter.
Well, yeah, you have to put shea butter on.
Without context, that sounds like it could be fun. That's something fun.
No,
we play with later on in the
because 2 hours in that high sodium, your skin dries out and your body starts absorbing all the iodine. Well, not the iodine, because they add iodine to it, but it adds all the sodium and all that stuff, and it can really start messing with you. I don't know if you ever been in the ocean and swallowed some water.
Of course.
So just imagine a lake made out of salt. Even worse than that.
Who has it? 919-3776. Let's take a break. Get to your phone calls. And I also want to shout out the chat so we get to some of the comments in the chat. Started the show talking Knicks, Celtics tonight. Hopefully we get to see something with Boston having 4 of their 5 starters on the injury report. We still got to get to the Yankees and Mets, who both took L's yesterday. Football absolutely on the table, so a whole lot to get to. Ty and Bart going to 1, streaming live on YouTube and listening to us on the ESPN New York app.
Debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Wow, that's a lot of distractions. Why don't you just focus on the road?
Relax, I'm a great driver.
What about other drivers? Not everyone's a great driver.
I can watch out for them. I'll be fine.
Watch out! In 2023, more than 3,200 people died due to distracted drivers. Keep your eyes on the road. This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all, and we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
All right, let's get it. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin today. Hanging with my man Bart Scott. We're going to 1 o'clock. Hit us up 800-919-3776. Streaming live on YouTube. We got the poll question in the chat. Who would you rather play in round 2? Chat says the Celtics coming in at 54%. Meanwhile, your Detroit Pistons, 46%. How I read this is last year we beat them. We'll beat them again. Same scenario. Second round. Celtics have home court advantage. So we'll just beat them again.
No, because I think this isn't the same Celtics team.
No, but I'm saying that this is how the 54% of the chat that weighed in on this feel.
No, I totally understand what you're saying. I just think this is a different Boston team, and now how it's weird that even though they're the second seed, it feels like they're the one with the chip on their shoulder because they got sent home.
Because of what happened
and
last
year. We all create excuses about why we lost and what happened.
Yeah.
And what they're saying is they're probably saying, listen, guess what? We had Drew Holiday. He was injured. Jaylen Brown was injured a lot more than we thought. Didn't have the legs and the lift to hit the threes that were wide open. Because it wasn't that the Knicks played great defense.
So let me ask you this. If you had to classify it as one thing more than the other, was it that the Celtics blew that series or the Knicks won it?
I mean, I think that the Celtics did something that isn't typical for them. To shoot for that bad of a percentage. It's not the
historically
Knicks,
bad.
It's like not the Knicks didn't present wide open ass shots.
They were just
and it
missing.
wasn't like they were trying to do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to get in rotation. And guys were getting wide open shots. And I think Drew Holiday and I think that Jaylen Brown just didn't have the legs to be able to have the lift to be able to be accurate enough. And they got cold and they got cold at the wrong time, and that's what happened.
I think I look at it differently. And not that I disagree with any of those things, but the Celtics the year before won the championship pretty easily. They went 80-21 and then ran through everyone in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They then, the very next season, curb stomped the Knicks at every turn. And so, like, you're up 20 in game one. It's just like, they're not on our level. Like, there's levels to this. They're not messing with us. And so you start to get arrogant.
Yeah, that too.
Complacent. And the Knicks, by the way, this is not me taking credit for them because you got to be good enough to take it from the champs.
Take advantage of it.
Just because they opened the door for them to get exposed doesn't mean you're good enough to do it. So that requires mental toughness, which Tom Thibodeau deserves a lot of credit for. And then they were just able to, after the 20-point deficits in games 1 and 2, kind of assert their will, and that series was a wrap. But to your point, this is a different Celtics team. They've been humbled. The roster's different.
They've been gritty
You've
all
got,
year.
Like Cada and Shireman and like Pritchard's better than he was last year, and like Tatum's now back from injury. So it's like a different mentality.
It's like a new lease on life too.
Yeah, because like we all thought it was a gap year, and then Joe Mazzulla's like crazy enough to be like, all right, watch this, and now they're the number 2 seed. And Tatum last 5 games looks, the numbers like look close to prime Jason Tatum. And, this is, to me, like, if we do get this series in round 2, going to be fun, a lot different. I'll still pick the Knicks because they're my pick to go to the finals. But, man.
You don't feel great about it.
I don't feel as good as I did 3 months ago.
And what's the old boy name? Quinta?
Oh, Cada.
Cada.
Yeah. He's the starting center.
Yeah, and like the growth that he had from being in the G League, being drafted by Sacramento. And that's what I'm telling you, man. When the light just clicks on for somebody, he's damn near averaging a double-double. 10 and 8. He gives them a lot of energy. He's the guy that's around the rim. I think for them, he's like their Mitchell Robinson too.
800-919-3776. Justin Florham Park, best leadoff on the show. Justin, talk to us. What's up, baby?
Morning, guys. How are you?
Excelente.
I agree with you, man. I just don't think this team is as good as they were last year. And I think the Celtics, even I think the Cavs, and obviously the Pistons will beat the Knicks. They have figured out how to guard Jalen Brunson. You put a big guy on him. He's not as elusive. He's not a star. He's not as good as he was. So I don't know what the plan is, but this core, after they get knocked out in the second round, they got to break this core up. And I don't even know if this is the right coach for the job, okay? Because this guy is a running gun guy. He thinks this is the Golden State Warriors of the East, and it just does not work out. I just don't see it.
Okay, so Justin, can I will leave you on, but when you say it hasn't worked out, they're the number 3 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And fighting for number 2.
They're top 10 in both offense and defense.
There's no Pacers this year, Ty.
But what does that have to do with what they've accomplished so far?
That's
to
their
say,
kryptonite. That's their kryptonite. They should be like a 1 seed.
I'm not disagreeing. Justin, I'm not disagreeing with you about where they should be. What I'm saying is to say it hasn't worked when they are 51-28, and you can find 25 other NBA teams that would prefer to be where the Knicks are. Like, that's just ridiculous.
I mean, honestly, what they mortgaged, they should be a 1 seed, man. What they gave up for Bridges. Okay, Bart knows me very well as a Buffalo Bills fan. The Buffalo Bills had a horrendous year last year. They had no excuses not to get to a Super Bowl. They didn't. The Knicks are going to be the same thing. Okay, without Indiana, who now is going to have a top 10 pick next year, and get Halliburton back, it's going to be another year, the Knicks. And now they're going to be desperate once they get knocked out and try to build through with the Greek Freak and maybe even LeBron, which I don't think is going to even work out.
I like that,
but
LeBron stuff. That would be fun.
Listen, I just think the Pistons and the Celtics have just that championship medal. So Ty, I just don't think this team is getting out of the second round. And to me, that is worse. And you fired Tibbs, and I know Tibbs was very stubborn, didn't use the bench, but I think they made a big mistake because I don't think Brown is the answer. I really don't.
Listen, you're right. The Pistons, who are just littered with championship pedigree, despite the fact that they haven't won a playoff series since Bart was with the Jets, sure, let's just give them championship medal.
Well, that doesn't mean that they haven't learned how to be able to compete and beat the
But
Knicks.
to say championship medal is ridiculous.
Well,
that's a ridiculous term to associate with this Pistons team.
Well, they have the third most odds to make it to the championship, right?
Bart, that is a projection. What he is talking about is what they currently are. They don't have championship pedigree. In fact, like the biggest knock on the Pistons would be inexperience. Outside of Duncan Robinson and Tobias Harris, like that would be the knock on them.
Yeah, they got experience last year. I know I'm totally with you with all that. You know what I mean? But like sometimes experience is important, sometimes it's not.
Derek's in Hillside. What's up, Derek?
Oh, what's going on, y'all? Time Money, what's going on, bro?
What's up, baby?
What's going on, bro? Yo, by the way, before I get into my take, has anybody ever told you that you look like Mikal Bridges?
No, it's the first time I'm hearing it, honestly.
He gets no tip. Who else?
I get Q-Tip. Oh, I sound like Q-Tip. I look like Mikal.
You do sound like Q-Tip.
People say that like once a week. I look like Mikal Bridges. And I don't take that as a compliment at this point because like everyone in New York hates me.
Y'all both got the lazy eyes.
Well, people in the chat say I'm high, which I don't smoke. So I mean, there's that part.
No, I don't see that.
People say I look high.
It's the lazy eyes. Like you look at Evan Ingram, like he always looks like.
You got a little lazy.
Well, both Ingram, because Brandon Ingram also.
Yeah,
has
Brandon
that.
Ingram. That's what I meant. Yeah, Brandon Ingram. That's what I meant.
But I think with Brandon Ingram, not to cast aspersions, there is a little bit of a THC situation going on with him. But whatever.
But anyway, let's get into my take, bro. I think you and Bart touched on something that I didn't really think about till y'all mentioned when y'all was talking about the Boston Celtics players, like the guys that they've been developing, and whether it be G League or in the draft, the Knicks need to kind of develop that type of farm system. Like Diawara is probably one of the few players that I've seen them bring up that's been developing, but they need to really invest into bringing up guys, developing them so they can be able to give them some, spark off the bench when they're, going through their seasons and stuff like that. Because everybody talks about how this team is so much better than last year, but the big difference I see is the bench play. Because last year, the bench players from last year, I really couldn't blame Thibodeau for the minutes he was giving out because he really didn't have much. But this year, they got, some key guys. They got a good, plethora of players that they can take off that bench and give them quality minutes.
Yeah, look, I appreciate the call, Derek. I disagree, man. Two of the most important players in the rotation are Mitchell Robinson and Deuce McBride, who they've clearly developed. Like those are guys you trust, and so I don't know if like developing is like the Nick issue. It's do you think that outside of Jalen Brunson, like the cast around him is good enough to win 4 playoff series, and some people just don't.
It's just that this is a free agent led team. That's what he means, I think. Tatum and Brown was drafted. They're their best players, right? The Knicks' best players that they've drafted, whether it's R.J. Barrett, they're not with the organization anymore. So whenever you have to go out and pay for players, it's harder to sustain because you don't have like that cheap labor for a while. Everybody that's in the starting 5 or starting 6, because if you add Josh Hart to it, that's like 6 players that's getting big-time money.
800-919-3776. Let's take a break. Hit y'all up when we come back. Talk some NFL. Draft 2 weeks away. We'll still take your phone calls on the Knicks. Keep the conversation going in the YouTube chat. But we are here till 1 o'clock. Ty and Bart Scott on ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long. Then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver, and we are all getting ready for the Mubadala, New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York, and can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Now, what is your role as driver of the U.S. Sail GP team?
So, as a driver, you kind of have 2 different roles. One is trying to help make sure that the boat is going, as fast as you can around the racetrack. And then in addition to that, kind of the decision maker on board, and using the information that I'm getting from the whole team and the coach booth to kind of make those split-second decisions around the racetrack.
It sounds like an awesome atmosphere. What's the energy going to be like sailing right at New York City?
There's no better feeling racing in front of the home crowd, representing our country, and hearing their cheering through our headsets that we have on board is, it gives me the chills just thinking about it. So we're pumped.
We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York. and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, hour number 2. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin today. Bart Scott brushing his hair as we speak, fresh off of a trip to the motherland. Back in town.
I got my first haircut abroad, too.
How was that?
Yeah, it was all right. He was putting all kind of, like, all right, bro, like, I don't need to, like, the chalk, whatever they do, that chalk, it's like a color. It's like a paste.
That's never happened to me.
It's over in Africa, man. They thinking of all the trends. You know what I mean? You know how you see people with, like.
But they're usually
like
first up on all that stuff.
I guess, man.
Did they give you the Jaylen Brown?
He tried to put some dust in there. But then he tried to put some dust on the back, to make. I'm like, bro, he put mousse in my head. I'm like, brother,
you're doing too much.
I'm like, brother.
Nah, he's like, nah, we gotta do it. Trust me. This is how we do it out here.
Put mousse in my head. Then he put like grease. He put like, I say, brother, it's my job to put grease in my head, man. Thank you, but no thank you.
Yo, whenever my barber is like taking long in one spot, I'm like, man.
Yeah, he keep trying to straighten something up.
I'm like, yo, why you keep going back to this one spot?
Right, because now you adjusting. Now you got to adjust the other side to the adjustment. Like, bro,
but they're smart. They'll turn you so you can't see the mirror while they're adjusting. It's bro. Like, hey, I got anxiety right now. It's like you in this one spot for 10 minutes. Yeah. What's going on?
The Miz look nice, man.
800-919-3776. Who that now?
The Miz from wrestling.
Oh.
A.K.A. the Real World.
Oh, at the Masters.
Yeah.
Nice little white suit.
I like that. I
you
like
think
that
you
look
could pull that off? White suit, green
course.
tie?
Double-breasted. I like that. I can't even hate. Like, that's really nice.
Let's get you into the Masters this weekend?
Nah, not really. I mean, it's no big-time story in it. You know what I mean? Was it McElroy won last year?
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, so like
Scotty Scheffler.
Right, so it's no intrigue. You know,
Justin Thomas.
First one without Phil and Tiger. First one ever. Not being in it. Yeah, it's first time ever. One of them
Phil's dealing with some like personal problems, so he had to back out.
And Tiger's dealing with some personal problems.
Yeah, he is. But hopefully he's able to kind of deal with that stuff.
Has Tiger ever heard of Uber? It could be time for Tiger just to start putting all his attention on Charlie. You know what I mean? It's time for the next generation. I know he has it, and I wonder how what he's going through is going to affect his sponsorships with the indoor golfing that he has. Oddly enough, it's crazy. The two business partners are getting DUIs.
Who's that now?
Justin Timberlake and Tiger. You know,
Justin Timberlake's a whole different thing.
I mean, what's the difference? At least he ain't flipped a car.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we could talk. I'm
Tiger
just saying,
flipped 2 cars.
And the first time.
Who thought? First of all, Tiger. This is what tells me Tiger crazy. Who the hell think you can ever hit any corner in a Hyundai?
Here's what Bach.
That's like back in the day. See, you younger than me. It's like back in the day, dudes used to get these sidekicks. Yes, you ain't never heard of those, right? Man, those talk about roll hazards. It was like
that's a type of car.
Yes.
Okay.
It was like all the drug dealers, all the young guys. You know how everybody had the cubes and stuff that.
Yeah.
Everybody had sidekicks, and them things, boy. You the tires like 10s. You know what I'm saying? It was basically like it's funny. It's hard to explain. It was like an SUV, but it was like a 2-seater SUV. Like it was like a 1-door SUV. You get in the back, but it's like top heavy, but it was super light. It basically had like a rag top.
Okay.
I'll show it to you, man. But them things was a rollover hazard, man. Like even when you get in Range Rovers, they tell you they rollover hazards.
But so here's what, and I'm rooting for him, and I hope he gets well.
Man, this is.
But here's why I'm skeptical. My man, you just flipped your car, right?
Yeah.
For the umpteenth, or for the second time, but
had to get cut out the first time. First time, he could have died.
Yes, and this time also could have died, and also could have killed someone. And you out here like name dropping in the aftermath of this whole thing. It's like, oh yeah, my fault. I was on the phone with the president. It's like, dog, like you don't
get out of it.
Like you just don't have the awareness that is needed for us to be confident. You realize you're
wrong.
You're wrong, right? So
I was on the phone.
I'm praying for him. I hope
he tried that one.
Yo, he did that, and the body cam footage came out.
He tried that.
But
so he thought
It's funny,
he
though,
He should have called the president back and said, hey, man, talk to him. This was national. This was national.
By the way, if I'm the president, considering everything that's happening, the last thing I need to be involved in is you getting a DUI. I've got, like, priorities that you're at the bottom of the list. And I guess some would argue no. But anyway, if you watch the body cam footage, it was just, like, so arrogant and unnecessary. Where they're like, Tiger, we need you to come back over here and hang by us. He's like, oh, no problem. I was just on the phone with the president. It's
right.
Like, come on.
Hoping the president can call the local sheriff to say, let him go. Like, what's those PBA
The
cards?
PBA cards. Which, by the way, somebody came up to me in the gym the other day. I was like, yo, I got this PBA card for you. I don't know if it's going to work.
Yeah, good luck. They might change that. He got a gun. They're going to change your ass.
It's going to work.
He got a gun. They're going to change your ass.
So there we have it. 800-919-3776. I want to get to some football, but before we go there, let's hit some of these Knick calls. Dave's in the car. He wants to chime in about Knicks Celtics. What's up, Dave?
Hey, how you doing? Now, I've been waiting for the Knicks to just drop to 4 because I really want to stay away from the Celtics in round 2. I don't want to play the Celtics at all until we get to round 3. I mean, Detroit is, to me, they're the best team, but I have no idea what's going on with Cade Cunningham, and I don't know if he's 50%, 80%, 70%. He's going to come back, but I don't want to deal with the Celtics. No way. Brad Stevens doesn't make layups or hit threes, but he knows how to win. I don't want to hear how they beat him last year and they beat him without Tatum and Tatum's back. The Knicks are not going to beat the Celtics in round 2. Remember, I told you that. That's not happening. So I wish the Knicks could just drop to 4. And then they could play Cleveland in the second round instead of the Boston Celtics.
Oh, they wouldn't play Cleveland. They would play Detroit. But we appreciate the call. People signing up to play your boys, man.
Yeah.
Be
careful what you miss for.
Shout out Cade Cunningham, returned last night.
Yeah.
Nice little 13-10 performance, 23 minutes.
Shout out Duren, who may have pushed himself into the All-NBA, which is going to be trouble for the Pistons. That means he can get the Supermax even before Cade Cunningham. Because he can make all NBA.
How do we feel about like the 65-game rule being able to affect how much money you can get when there are incentives tied to your max contract?
Well, I think this year, if you're going to make a case for it, should probably be 60. I think you can make the case this year. With Luka, with Jokic. Well, not Jokic. Jokic is going to qualify.
Luka, Anthony Edwards,
Cade Cunningham. And it was somebody.
Well, it was Wemby and Jokic for a while that they were hanging in there.
But now it looks like Shea may win back-to-back.
Oh, he's definitely going to win the MVP. They clinched the 1 seed. He's having like an all-time great guard season.
It just feel like he's missed way more games than the other guys.
Well, it felt like that because remember
All-Star break.
Yeah, the All-Star break like lengthened how much time we went without seeing him play. So that's that. Gabriel's in Brooklyn. What's up, Gabriel? Yo, Gabriel. Man.
Hey, what did you think about this fight in Atlanta, man? How this dude, Lopez, serious about fighting? He hit him with the baseball.
Yo, that's a weapon.
Yeah.
I think he should get more games for that.
Hit him with the baseball, man.
Oh, so they both did get suspended, but I thought, Lopez.
Both guys, 5 and 7. Lopez got 5.
Soler gets 7, and Lopez, it got reduced to 5. Like, a baseball is a weapon.
Yeah.
And you are on the battlefield using that weapon, trying to hit somebody in the face.
You see how he tried to run up after he fell, but he was backing up when he was coming at him?
I like this, though. I think baseball needs more of this. Not that I'm, like, promoting violence, but this is cool.
Yeah,
they were really trying to scrap.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I mean, I think maybe 7 and 5 is too harsh. Should have been like 2 and 3.
Do you think he forgot he had the baseball in his hand?
No, because he clearly hit him in the head with it. And I would have been, that would be funny if he'd have threw it at him. When he run up there, he threw it at him right in his chest.
That's what I'm saying, like up close like that.
Like, what if he'd hit him right in his chest?
But, watching that, it looks like that's what he's about to do.
At least I'm glad he hit him in the helmet and didn't hit him in the face or, like, the nose with it. Like, broke his nose by hitting him with it, because then you got to press charges.
Yeah, that would have been nice. But 7 and 5 games, respectively. I just have always
any problem with Gucci Man and what he did?
Was this the robbery?
Yeah, but
Him
he called he called and cooperated with police after he talked about he would never do all that stuff. He handled with street justice.
Everybody says that though. Everybody says they'd never snitch.
Who the hell? Like, who do you think he was? Flash coming to Big Red? Like,
wait, so
we need to talk about your books, man.
What's the full story? It's because this is TJ, right? Is this little TJ?
Pooh
Shiesty. Because there's a lot happening. So I'm confusing all my stories.
Okay,
there's Pooh Shiesty. There's a little TJ.
Well, Pooh
Gucci.
Well, Pooh Shiesty just got out.
Yeah.
And he's been out a month, and he hit the ground running. So he told Gucci he wanted to meet up at the studio. So they're supposed to go to the studio session.
Did he rob
him? They robbed him, made him unscrew his earrings.
Oh.
Meanwhile, his cameras everywhere. Then he made him sign him out of his contract, let him out his deal. He was like, yo, you know this ain't how it works, man. Like, the lawyers got it. They ain't want to hear none of that. Like when they asked Gucci, did you sign this? Yeah. Maybe he thought Gucci was so gangster that he would handle it in the streets that he can walk around with the paperwork and the paperwork will happen. So everybody's been clowning Gucci because Gucci, was talking about Young Jeezy. He's talking about Young Jeezy, all that stuff, how he handles street justice and stuff like that. But he's in the paperwork with the feds, like cooperating, like, yo, yeah, they took from him. But how dumb are they? They wearing his jewelry on social media.
Yeah, dummies. I mean, they are dummies.
Remember that show, The World's Dumbest Criminals? And then the crazy part, his dad was there with him too.
Yo, but this reminds me of like 15 years ago when credit card scams like reached a height amongst like high schoolers, and they're like on social media showing all the money they just took out with the fake checks. And it's like, wow, why would you be on social media doing that?
World's Dumbest Criminals, man. They need to bring that show back.
But there's a lot, right? Because you hit me with that, and then obviously Offset's going through his situation.
Yeah, he owes $100,000 to a Detroit casino.
Yeah, he's gambling.
Got shot.
Apparently, Ebro on his show says Offset owes him some money. They made a Super Bowl bet. It's playfully though, playful. No. I think $5,000 it was.
Des Bryant said he owed him $8,000. He asked him for his money. Yo, man.
So you just out here on
remember he had to have Cardi in the divorce pay for like his back taxes. Like, this dude just don't like to pay people.
You just be out here ass betting. That'll get you in trouble too. Like you run around with the wrong folks.
It'll get you shot. And they could expect why he got some hot lead in his ass right now.
800-919-3776. All right, Gabriel's back. Come on, you got to do a better job representing Brooklyn, my G. Come on, man. Get your phone situation figured out. Gabriel, we're going to give you one last chance. What's up, baby?
What's up, man? What's up? My bad. I don't know why the phone cut up, but it's technology. You know what I mean?
Nah, don't be blaming technology, man.
I'm not blaming them. Just, I get a chance to talk to you. I'm going to take that chance. But anyway, boy, you from Detroit, right?
D313, baby, born and raised.
Listen,
not on the suburbs, in the D.
I think, to be honest with you, boy, the best team in the East is Boston. Because the reason I say that, they played a whole season basically without their number one guys. And look where they're at now. If they had their number one guy, I think they would have been like the first number one seed in the East.
That's very valid. That's very valid. But it's something different that happens when that physicality hit that ass.
To be honest with you, with the Knicks, I thought this was going to be the year for our New York Knicks to get to the NBA championship. I come out the East, but I see it's going to be a hard road. Whichever way it goes, it doesn't matter if they go. People saying they want Boston, people saying they want Detroit. And they say, you got to get there. So it doesn't matter who we play. We have to get there. You know what I'm saying? Knicks going to have to get there, play whoever they have to play. So it doesn't matter who they play. But me personally, I think the NBA championship is going to be Boston, OKC, or Boston, or San Antonio, because San Antonio got OKC's number.
See, I'm hoping it's Detroit and Oklahoma, because Detroit cannot mess with Wemby, and that's a weird matchup for them. They don't match up well against them.
The problem I
want to see Cade and Shea Gilly go at it.
Yeah, but the problem I see with that series is like Detroit. It becomes a battle of like it becomes an officiating series. Because Detroit's that grimy, physical team, and then OKC is doing all the flopping.
Yeah.
So are we calling every foul? Because OKC's a great defensive team too, but they do all the flopping, and I just
more physical team. But I do like the fact to see if Chet get banged up by Stu Beef or Duran. Yeah, I know, banged up by Stu Beef. I get it.
How about Lakers-Knicks finals? That'd be fun.
Man,
Luka comes back. Luka goes to Europe and figures his hamstring out.
Luka ain't making it back, man.
Luka's got issues. He's got the baby
Reed.
mama drama. He's got the hamstring.
Yeah, it's been an interesting.
It's been quite the couple months for Luka. But if he goes to Europe and is able to expedite this hamstring healing, Lakers-Knicks finals wouldn't hurt anybody.
Are we not doing testing when he comes back? Like he goes to Europe, come back, and I'm ready to go.
All these Mahomes is gonna be back for week 1.
Yeah, they peptide up, baby.
Like, what's up with all these injuries just healing just overnight? It feels like
they're taking peptides and HGH and all that stuff.
But that's a banned substance.
It is. I don't know if that
HGH is. Yeah,
maybe peptides is a little nuanced. I'm not sure. You heard Dana White said that I think he allows his athletes to use peptides to heal faster. And then when you come back, you expect them not to take nothing.
But that was my hot take like 15 years ago, that I wish sports allowed HGH because players coming back from injury faster is great.
But didn't they have that for like swimming? It was like a swimming league when they were supposed to say you can use all the enhancements that you can have.
Yeah.
Like
people start going nuts.
You got great Luganis out there breaking records with the backstroke and the front stroke.
People start going nuts. 800-919-3776. Subscribe to the ESPN New York channel on YouTube. You can stream the full Weekday Lineup live, watch complete replays, or catch up fast with can't-miss highlights. Jump into the live chat. A lot of people in the chat are saying we're Knick haters. How you feel about that? Which is odd because I picked the Knicks to get to the finals.
We just saying that it could be a disappointment. Like before the season, the expectations was that the Knicks were going to win the title. Like, we thought that this was the easiest path for them. We thought, Boston's not there. Halliburton's not there. Nobody anticipated the Pistons being there. We anticipated, and everybody predicted that the Knicks were going to be a championship caliber team, or definitely in the finals. And now you can't say that people anticipated. I know that's asking a lot because he's fallen short every time he's been a big spot in the playoffs. But James Harden changes what Cleveland expectations is. Cleveland is actually has greater chances than Detroit to make it to the finals.
Well, I think that is because if those teams get matched up in round 2, Vegas thinks Cleveland will win.
I mean, but you have two guys.
That kind of just depends on the bracket.
You got two guys who have historically failed and flopped in the playoffs.
James Harden's never met a big game. He didn't want to go like 7 for 23 in. So you got Johnny Blaze says, Bart, the biggest troll. How you feel about that?
I'm only a troll when it comes to the Pistons, bro. I came in and talked about really like how important this series is and how important it is for the long-term roster because Giannis is right there. We know for a fact that Giannis won't be there next year.
Yeah,
we finally see that it's the disdain for the organization that the relationship is not, it's not
repairable.
It's not repairable, right? Because bringing in Kuzma and he's starting to see like, come on, man.
And Doc Rivers is doing the Google me.
Yeah, Google me.
Look how many teams have
nobody
gotten to the playoffs.
I don't think nobody want to play with this dude. Google me.
When he said, look at how many teams have gotten to the playoffs that weren't supposed to be there, I couldn't find the team. I found teams that should have won more championships with you.
Anybody could have coached KD, Paul Pierce.
I mean, the players
Rondo.
he's coached. Like,
I mean,
those Celtics teams. By the way,
those Clipper teams.
No one celebrates one championship.
Yeah.
Like the Celtics do with 2008. Like, it's crazy. They do like a 3-year anniversary, 4-year anniversary, 5-year. Like, every time you're on social media, it's like, here's this with no Ray Allen, by the way, in the picture.
Oh yeah, they'll
talk about
rock with him because he went to the enemy the next year.
We don't talk about the 2010 finals when y'all blew a 3-2 lead. But anyway, Giannis is that thing's over.
And so if it's over, that means that one of the first places he may come is New York.
But yeah, jump into the live chat, which we are looking at right now. People are calling Bart Scott and yours truly a Knick hater, which is odd. But anyway, react in real time. Make your voice part of the show. Subscribe to the ESPN New York channel on YouTube now. Stay locked in so you never miss a moment. Now, my question is, how often did you check in on the show when you were in Africa?
Oh, zero.
Oh, really?
When I'm off, brother.
You don't check in to see what's going on?
How the hell I'm going to check in? First of all, it's like 5 to 6 hours difference in time.
Which way?
Ahead. They're ahead.
We're ahead. Or they're ahead?
Yeah, ahead.
Okay.
Like Paris is 6 hours ahead.
Wait. So how does that preclude you from checking in on the show, being 5 or 6 hours ahead?
Because that's
4 p.m.?
Yeah, that's the middle time where I'm actually on tours and doing stuff.
You ever heard of podcast?
You ever heard of African satellite? Like you ever try to get a signal, try and get a signal when you're not at the hotel?
Oh, so
you ever go out where there's no Wi-Fi?
Yeah, but you get back to the hotel, check in on the show.
So I'm just going to sit in the hotel, like, don't do anything.
No, when you get back, you're like decompressing for the day. Long adventure. You're learning about slavery and culture. You're doing all the connecting spiritually, mentally. You come back, you know what? Let's check in on what the guys spoke about today when, in regards to the Jet quarterback situation.
Nah. I mean, I saw that Kirk Cousins got signed. That's something that broke while I was gone. You know what I mean? And for a second, I was like, hold up. Like, they gave him $20 million. Does this mean he's going to be a starter? Maybe they're going somewhere different. Now, what I didn't like is Moosey's comments on Ty Simpson. I don't even want to play in that game, in that realm, where they may consider taking Ty Simpson with number 16.
All right, so how about we get to football next? 800-919-3776, because I got a couple things I want to throw at you. Both Jets and Giants related. So we take a break. We do that next. Hit us up in the YouTube comments, by the way. We are streaming live there. Bart and Carlin going to 1 o'clock, leading you to the K-Show right here on ESPN New York.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. I'm big on having the right game plan on the ice and at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control myself as the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils. Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants and cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito services and save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control, protecting your home inside and out.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
The 2026 New York Knicks are playoff bound.
The 2025 NBA Cup champions, your New York Knicks.
Will this be the year the Knicks punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
The Knicks have much bigger goals at the end of the year. Step back three with 5 seconds. He got it! Jalen Brunson steps back and puts the Knicks in front.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including New York Presbyterian, NYC Department of Corrections, Boost Mobile, and the Parisman Firm on ESPN New York.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Hey fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, April 17th when the Yankees host the Royals, and be ready to receive a Yankees promotional giveaway that has become a fan favorite. It's Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees hockey jersey. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Royals for Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub on Friday, April 17th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
FanDuel has your back with a special Mulligan bet-back token this week in golf. Once the tournament starts, you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got protection to take that sleeper pick or make a bold prediction. Backing someone to win it all? Go for it. Like someone for a top 5 finish? Lock it in with confidence, because if it doesn't hit, you've got that mulligan in your back pocket ready to go. It's all happening on FanDuel, so get involved at FanDuel.com/local to claim your special Mulligan bet-back token. Once the tournament starts, you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions do apply, including token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Adam Schefter here. Did you know the average employer sorts through about 250 resumes for one job opening? Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 1:35, you got the Yankees facing the Athletics in the final game of their series. So, programming note, Dan Grassa in for Michael Kay today from 1 to 3. 6:45, Islanders play the Maple Leafs. 7 o'clock, you got the Devils taking on the Penguins. 7:10, your Mets. Are you still a Mets fan? Because I don't know how your bandwagoning thing works. Like,
I am.
You oscillate between teams.
Prayers out to Soto and his calf. Everybody out there, put him in the prayer box.
Some people are saying the Mets are better without Soto. I don't know, man. But coverage begins on 880 ESPN New York starting at 6:30. You've got the Nets. They square off against the Pacers. Big game for the Tankathon. Nets Pacers, who somehow are starting to win too many games lately, screwing up their lottery odds. Then you've got the Knicks, of course. We've been talking about this game. They host the Celtics tonight. Jason Tatum returning to the Garden. Coverage begins on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN
Is that
New York
the scene
app.
of the crime?
It is. Game 4. I was there. And, that was the best game I'd ever seen Tatum play. And I watched Tatum play in person in college when Duke came to play Syracuse at the Carrier Dome. And watching him since he's been drafted, that was the best game I had seen him play. And it says a lot because this is the same dude who dropped 50 in a Game 7 to beat the Sixers, but how in full control he was. The Knicks just had no answer for him. So it was just sad to see him go down like that.
Who's the better player, him or Jaylen Brown?
I still think it's Tatum. I still think Jason Tatum. Now, this is Jaylen Brown's team this year. I'll tell you that much. And he's got the Finals MVP. He's got more individual accolades. But yeah, it's still to me it's Jaylen Brown's team. I think Tatum's the better player. But Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blend, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Question for you. I give you two options. You pick one of these two things.
Okay.
Giants next season. And I understand the flaw in this exercise is we got to draft it. All right. Giants next season. More likely win the division or finish last. Dead last.
I think more likely to finish last. Especially if they don't get this Dexter Lawrence thing figured out. I mean, I think it's going to take a while for Harbaugh to get – I can see Harbaugh winning 8 games this year. I don't think this has to be a year where the Giants don't look like a good football team. I would be more or less surprised if Jayden Daniels and Scary Terry don't hit the ground running because both guys are in training camp and stuff like that. And Jayden Daniels, to me, when healthy, is a top 10 quarterback in this league.
Well, the reason why I asked this question is because a very hot, and we'll get into this a little bit later at high noon, one of the hot topics always around this time is, worst to first. And the Giants are that sexy team in the mix of all these last place teams because new head coach, quarterback in year 2.
Had a great offseason, man. Isaiah Likely.
Yeah.
Patrick Ricard. Now, the Falele, I don't know what the hell's going on.
They picked him up yesterday.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, when you talk about listen, the Ravens love everybody. He is the most hated Raven, one of the most despised Ravens I've ever seen.
Check out the comments.
They hate him.
Check out Ravens fans and Schefter and even Rappaport's comments when he announced that yesterday. But yeah, that's going to be a popular worst to first pick because of how great the offseason has been. I just think that we sometimes just matter-of-factly say, yeah, the Eagles are on the downturn. And I'm thinking to myself, why does that sound a lot of people say that. Well, the Eagles, they're on a downturn. And I ask myself, why does that sound so familiar? Oh, because we said this 2 years ago, and then they won the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah.
Because they had lost 5 of 6 to end their season. They got clocked by Tampa Bay. Yep. And the locker room, there's all this noise. Sirianni's on the hot seat. Jalen Hurts, he's not any good. Then they win the Super Bowl. And so when you look at the last half decade of Eagles football, and it's 2 Super Bowl appearances, they make the playoffs every year. Their head coach everyone thinks he stinks, but all he does is win.
Yeah,
I
been
can't
to 2 Super Bowls.
I can't just declare you headed for a downturn. And I understand, the A.J. Brown situation has to figure itself out. But
well, as soon as the Vrabel stuff clear up, we expect that to happen. We expect that move to be made. Wonder who's going to break the story.
Maybe you break the story.
I'm not allowed to break news.
Are you not? What if it's jet related?
I have to call and give it to Adam Schefter.
Oh, you got to give it. You got to. What is it? Ghost, right? Schefter's stories.
You know what's crazy? Schefter's breaking basketball news now.
Oh, I thought you was going to say something else. Break this. Let's get out of this conversation because I don't know that these are waters I want to swim in. No pun intended.
There's no need to drown on this one.
The A.J. Brown situation gets settled at some point, and if you're at Philly, you obviously don't sell low. He's a tremendous receiver. He's still a top 10 guy.
He's got to go for 2 first.
But I hear that, but if I'm Howie, man, I want a player. I saw NFL.com yesterday. They're doing trade packages. Max Crosby was one of them. Which makes sense, right? Get Fernando, a stud receiver.
And what do you need to get players?
Picks, but established player. We're in our Super Bowl window.
But you give Howie the
ammunition
option
to cook. I get it.
Right, because you want to spend those 2 on Crosby, or do you want to say, hey man, I can get Zion Young at 30, 31.
But now you got to learn. I don't know.
But they got enough. They got enough. I think they have enough good players.
But I don't look at Devontae Smith as a number 1 receiver. And on many teams, he will be.
That's very fair.
He will be a number 1 receiver on many teams. I just think that for what they do, and I get we're in an era now where it's you don't really need a number 1 receiver to win Super Bowls. But for that team's identity, I think you need to have that stud. But I comfortably place him in the number 2 slot.
Okay, so let's go through it, right? If they get a number 1 pick, is it any receiver in this year's draft that we see that is like Jamar Chase, Jordan Jefferson, Justin Jefferson? Is it anybody we see?
Because you're thinking of Jordan Tyson. I guess that's why Jordan was in your head.
Yeah, Jordan Tyson.
Cardinal Tate, Mekhi Lemon, Jordan Tyson.
Do we see any Njigba types?
Which, by the way, did you see that
Ibuka.
story?
Look at Ibuka.
Did you see that Jet story with Njigba? They wanted him. I don't think he's going to be that good.
I mean, everybody has those stories.
But the crazy part about it, because you're right.
Only the Jets get released.
It's easy to do this in retrospect. I feel like a lot of Jet fans at that moment were like, JSN's the guy. Take him. This just makes too much sense. And then here's Will McDonald, which didn't even fulfill a need at the time. So that's why that story just pisses me off. But anyway, I guess you're right. If you can reset the wide receiver payroll, if you will.
That's super expensive.
Yeah.
So why get a player that's going to cost just as much? Unless you call You call San Francisco, say, I got a 3rd-round pick for Brandon Ayuk.
Do we want to go from one disgruntled receiver to another guy, like who flat out quit on his team last year?
But you're going to be able to get him where he has to act right.
I don't know, man.
He's motivated
Yeah.
to hate on San Francisco, so you can get rid of him after a year.
That's dangerous to me. Like the only reason why we're trading A.J. Brown is not because we think it's washed or not good enough. It's because he's got this temperament that's just not good for our locker room. And let's just bring in someone who was in the headlines last year, not for playing, but for quitting on his team. I don't know if that makes sense.
I mean,
I wouldn't do that.
Gave back $30 million or $23 million, whatever that bonus was.
I just wouldn't do that. But very interesting. New England in on him, obviously. Baltimore would be fascinating.
Baltimore, I wouldn't be surprised if they trade Rashad Bateman. Seems like he's trying to make this New York, Baltimore North.
Because Harbaugh just wants to get all his guys back here. But Baltimore's interesting. I guess Buffalo still could be in play, even though they traded for DJ Moore. And I mentioned Vegas.
I don't know how much money they got. Yeah, you want to try, man. I mean, you add A.J. Brown to anybody, and you already have a semi-established pass catcher.
Yeah.
And he becomes your number 2.
I mean, look at what he did for Philly, right? Like, that instantly changed them.
That helped change to Jalen Reagor. We always talk about Howard Roseman bat 1,000.
Yeah, not really.
He got some duds up in that thing.
And then for him, it's important because now you got all these studs on defense who at some point you're going to have to pay.
Just pay Jordan Davis, which is weird because you're like, oh, man, you pay Jordan Davis. What does that mean for Jalen Carter? Jalen Carter hasn't shown the ability to be a professional.
Yeah, like we're going to start
Jordan
the season
Davis
spitting on guys.
Jordan Davis, who his first couple years was considered like a bust, had his best season last year, lost 30-something pounds. The lights turned on. He lost 30 pounds.
Jordan Davis?
He looks like a totally different person if you look at his face.
You lost 30 pounds, it looks like.
I gained so much weight going back to
the motherland.
I didn't even jump on the scale, brother. No, I was eating good foods, but it's the liquor. I didn't drink a lot.
But you don't really drink like that.
Yeah, I didn't drink a lot, but I drank liquor. When you don't drink no liquor and you drink any liquor, your body's gonna respond.
Yeah. Ask Tom Bauer, who can't stop pounding his head on toilet seats at these heavy metal concerts. He's just pounding the beers left and right.
He told me
guzzling the beers.
I was getting groped up in the Moshpit.
Word?
I did not say that. No.
He insinuated it.
He was getting groped up?
We asked him what happens.
A welcome grope or unwelcome?
We asked him what happens up in that mosh pit.
You start getting your booty touched on?
Yep.
You into that stuff?
No, I'm good. I was just trying to play into what they were going into, but stuff does happen. There is contact in the pit. I'm not exactly what you're thinking of right now.
Hey, yo.
Get your mind out of that gutter.
So you might have...
You ain't never kissed a girl in the pit?
No.
Y'all just excited?
You never at one of these concerts just started making out with a random woman?
No.
No?
Tom, you take no risk, man.
Listen, I just try and be respectful of people. If I'm there with my friends, I want to be there with my friends. And if something happens, that's great. But I'm not going to do it in the pit. I'll ask her out, and we'll have an intimate evening.
And what do you consider intimacy?
Have you ever got a girlfriend? You
ever packed somebody at one of these concerts? What do you consider intimacy, by the way?
Well, you go on a one-on-one date type of thing, and then we'll go from there.
Because there was always this culture, and I think it's cultural. How we, and I know we got to hit a break. Joe's staring at through my soul. Got to hit a break. The term hooking up, what that actually means, because to me, that means we going that's going all the way.
Going all the way, home run.
But I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, hooking up to you is just making out.
Hooking up, it would either mean that or it would mean past making out.
Okay.
If you catch my drift.
So maybe it's not a cultural, difference.
Depends on the context of who's telling the story.
Do we get to, when's the last time you hooked up with someone, Tom Bauer, part of the segment? 800-919-3776. We take a break. Talking football. We're going to hit y'all with the high noon in about 15 minutes where you're going to find this shocking. Bart and I going to get into some debate.
So
we'll do that when we come back. 800-919-3776. Ty Butler, Bart Scott, going to 1 o'clock right here on ESPN New York.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Attention, New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with autopay, mobile and home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver, and we are all getting ready for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York, and I can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Tell us why fans should be excited for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix.
The racing is just so exhilarating coming in and watching it from the shoreline of Governor's Island and in front of the Statue of Liberty, racing in one of the biggest, most amazing cities in the world. I'm getting the goosebumps just talking about it. And these boats are the fastest boats in the world, racing with the best sailors in the world. It's really cool, and it's going to be so electric in New York. And it's our home event this year, so we're pumped.
We are pumped as well, Taylor. We appreciate your time. He is U.S. Sail GP team driver Taylor Canfield. We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Now through April 23rd, get to Floor & Decor's flagship store in Brooklyn at 850 3rd Avenue. Enter the Design Your Day with K sweepstakes presented by Floor & Decor. Discover unmatched selection, unbelievable prices, plus standout looks in tile, wood, stone, and more. Explore fresh ideas, find your inspiration, and see real people, real projects. The Design Your Day with K sweepstakes, only at Floor & Decor in Brooklyn. Now through April 23rd. Visit ESPNNewYork.com for full details and rules.
All right, so my man Dave Rothenberg, I don't know, you should be privy to this. It's been a month now, or maybe more than that, was like so amped by the John Harbaugh signing that he went from miserable, like just dead inside, emotionally broken Giant fan to we're going to win the Super Bowl in the next 5 years. And I thought it was like an insane take. I love it though, because like Dave is arguably the biggest Giant fan at the station, and now he's revved up and he's energized.
65 or sooner. That's the slogan.
And he's
65 or sooner.
Going out on a limb and saying, despite the fact that we've been one of the 3 worst franchises the last decade, we're going to win a Super Bowl the next 5 years. I love it. I disagree with it, but I love it.
What's more likely? That don't even make no sense. But because this organization has not won defensive titles and won Super Bowls, but what's more likely? They win the division, or they win a Super Bowl, or they win a playoff game.
Wait, what's more likely?
65.
Do they win the division?
Sooner.
Or win a Super Bowl?
No. Yeah, can they even win a division?
Oh, just make your question make sense, because obviously it is more likely to win your division than it is to win the Super Bowl.
But this is an organization that don't win divisions but win Super Bowls.
They go on miracle. I get what you're saying and you're being cute, but that question just doesn't make sense.
I get it, but do you think this team wins a division in the next 5 years? Well, everybody wins a division in this year, but
so now we're like turning down the temperature on, like, because he's all the way like
you
on 100, right?
Yeah, but he's in the next 5 years.
So that's
not really going on a limb.
I mean, it is going on a limb.
No, any team that you can be the worst team, period, and have a 5-year plan to win a championship and have an opportunity to win a championship. You can have 4 or 3 horrible years and get your quarterback and try and win a championship.
But with this so they have the quarterback, they have the head coach. My problem with that is all these other teams that, like, you could have said that about 5 years ago. Oh, the Bills, they'll win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years. How'd that work out? The Niners, they'll win the Detroit Lions.
The Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals. They were in the Super Bowl.
Haven't been back yet.
There are a bunch. The Chargers, once the other Harbaugh gets there, and it's now, Herbert's finally got a head coach. Like all these other teams, we could have done the same thing with that. I mean, wasn't Tannenbaum saying Jordan Love's the best quarterback in the NFC? Like, there are a lot of people that thought.
I mean, last year they thought that, hey, Green Bay's going to win it.
Yeah.
After the first couple games.
How'd that work out in that game against Chicago in the playoffs? So, like, there are a bunch of teams that I think in theory you got to jump, and I just can't see it happening in 5 years. And people would say, well, like the Patriots were in last week. The Patriots got to the Super Bowl, didn't win it. And you got to find a team that was that bad and then like turned it around so quickly and won it.
The easiest path too in history.
Oh yeah, that's schedule.
You talk about luck. Like they had luck. But I'll say this, and it's not apples to apples because he inherited a team that was fresh off of playoffs not too long ago, and I'm talking about Harbaugh. When Steve Bisciotti hired Harbaugh, I was in the meeting, and he said he just wants to win a championship in 5 years. And he got there in 2009, 2008.
I thought it was 08.
He got there in 08. He got in 08 because I came here in 09, and he won in 12.
And that was a miracle run, by the way.
Yeah.
And we all remember, like, the quarterbacks that they beat.
Flacco didn't throw an interception.
Yeah.
So when you say 5 years to Harbaugh, I think it's doable. Now, does lightning strike twice? And because afterwards, we assumed that once he got a Hall of Fame quarterback, he would win another one. He didn't win one with a Hall of Fame quarterback with the best defense one year. It is not easy to win a championship, and sometimes it's been in the right place at the right time. And we'll see. We'll see if he's able to get it done.
What was it? 2 years ago or 3? It might have been the 20. Now I'm misremembering, but one of the years in the past, either 2 years or 3 years ago, there were all these advanced metrics that said that Ravens team that had the 1 seed was like the best team like we've ever seen in the regular season.
Yeah,
DVOA and like all these numbers, and then they score 7 points in a championship game against the Chiefs. And so, look, it's not all on John Harbaugh. Like, Lamar has to be better.
You got to get hot.
Mark Andrews has to make that catch. Can't fumble the ball in the middle of the field. So there are an abundance of things that happen. But man, winning the Super Bowl is tough.
You got to get hot, and you got to stay
catch some breaks too.
Yeah, that's what makes like what Kansas City did in playing in all these AFC championships so miraculous because nothing ever went wrong. Nobody major ever got injured.
Yeah.
Until this year.
I mean, like, they would have injuries, significant injuries on their offensive line.
But never Kelsey, never
Mahomes.
Never the core 3, never Chris Jones.
Yeah, like their big 3. You're right. Like, those guys had, suspension, or not a suspension, the Jones, like, sat out the first game of the season. But, like, there was controversy, but never significant injuries. Mahomes did get hurt in a playoff game.
Yeah, you talking about the quarterback sneak?
Yeah, and then what's his name had to come in and relief duty, win the game. Chad Henne, yeah. So like that, they have had some.
That's
scares.
not a major. That's not a major injury though.
He also played. What was it? The Steelers playoff game on like a grade 2 ankle sprain.
Man, you sitting here talking to me about an ankle sprain?
But no, listen.
Man, that thing better be hanging off the bone before you want to bring that up.
I get it. What I'm saying is like he has battled some adversity.
Yeah, but he ain't torn out ACL. I'm talking. You ain't had no season-ending.
Yeah.
And so, like, Davis is good to think that. But, man, I ask you this. Who's the worst quarterback in the division?
Oh, this is fun because you can do that with, like, the head coach, too. Like, I think, like, the worst quarterback in the division, at this point, it still is Jackson Dart.
There you go.
Like, if we're being fair, you can say, I think Jackson Dart is going to be a Hall of Famer. Like, if that is where you are, your Jackson Dart optimism meter, fine. At this point, you can't say he's the best quarterback in that division.
I got one for you. Controversial. Who's the worst receiver in the division? Who's the
number 1?
Yeah.
So CD.
You go Perkins.
AJ Brown. Oh, Pickens? CD's the number 1 receiver.
Okay, but you can go pick. But
Pickens. I can
argue today.
AJ Brown is still there.
Yeah,
Okay, AJ Brown.
Scary
Terry. And then how about head coach?
Listen,
that has to.
Shotty's unproven.
Yeah.
So you can't.
I mean,
so you have to say
overachieve.
Shotty.
Like, I guess he gets graded on a curve because he did in some ways overachieve last year.
But
it was a spectacle.
I mean, it's early in the process, but I would have to go Sirianni. He's been to 2 Super Bowls.
I would say he's the best, but he's the best coach in the division.
Yeah.
So you don't have the best coach. You don't have we could argue like about positioning, but you clearly don't have the best quarterback. You don't have the best number 1 receiver. Do you have the worst defense? The Cowboys' defense is a mess.
Not anymore. Once this draft is over and this free agency.
Yeah, but we haven't gotten there yet. And the Giant fan could make the same point, right? Like, our defense post-draft with John Harbaugh, defensive culture, he comes from Baltimore. Like, there would be a better defense.
I think I am bold on Cowboys. I think Cowboys might win 13, 14 games.
So, look, the division, and that's the part that I don't think, like, he accounts for. Like, how brutal the division is.
It's in my opinion, just with what the Cowboys are going to be and what the Eagles always are, toughest division in football if Washington
I guess
moves
the
up.
North would have something, and the West.
The West, yeah.
The AFC West, I mean, the NFC
but the Cardinals may be one of the worst teams in football.
No, the AFC West.
Okay.
So with Denver, Kansas City, the Chargers.
You still got the Raiders.
The Raiders, I mean, they got, look, Fernando Mendoza. Someone called him Matt Ryan the other day, right? Like they were making comparisons.
Yeah,
800-919-3776. Power Hour, High Noon coming up next right here on ESPN New York.
65 or sooner.
Thursday with Don Hahn and Rosenberg. How important is tonight's Knicks-Celtics game?
Whether they finish 2, 3, or 4, it really doesn't make a difference, because if they want to get to the goal that they have of getting to the finals and win a championship, they're going to have to beat all those good teams. You just have to play your best to the end of the regular season and let the chips fall where they may.
And can the Mets bounce back tonight against the Diamondbacks? Don Hahn and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Let me say this. If you're an experienced superintendent in Jersey and you know you're better than the situation you're in, Tricon Construction wants to talk. They're building serious multi-family, medical, and industrial projects across the state. And they're looking for leaders, not babysitters. Real projects, real support, real backing from ownership. If you're ready to step into something bigger, go to triconbuilds.com/careers. That's triconbuilds.com/careers. And yes, it's confidential.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
DiPietro and Rothenberg's NFL Draft Couchcast, April 23rd, exclusively on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com, because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, man. 2 hours down. One more to play with on this Thursday.
I always go so fast when I'm with my dog.
New York City, baby. Time flies when you're having a good time.
That is true.
But it's 12 o'clock on this Thursday in New York City, and we're trending toward some nice weather. 46 right now, going to hit 58 tomorrow, 61 on Saturday. So I think you got to bless us with your best power hour of the spring so far.
Oh, yeah, that's no problem.
12 o'clock on a Thursday is time for what?
The power hour, 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 hour. K's back, baby. Double, just a quick flex.
That's that.
On the Google Me Coach, I'm Detroit.
On the Google Me Coach. I like that. See what that iodine does for your vocal cords?
Hey, let me tell you. Yeah. I tell you what, I feel good, man. I was resting, man. You know, it's crazy. Does he have the head tattoo? He has to have a head tattoo, yeah. Because you know the guy off the Fresh Prince, he has the tattoo hairline.
Oh, you're saying that his
yeah. It has to be because it'd be way too shiny in the back.
So, but this is not as bad as Jaylen Brown.
But Jaylen Brown got to die. But if he go he go get some copper peptides, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get some copper peptides.
And then Steve Harvey fooled people for a minute too. With what he had going on.
Listen, do you know
that was one of the biggest scams running?
You know how many times Steve Harvey had barbers getting yelled at because you like, yo, why my line ain't sharp like Steve Harvey? Because it's a glue-on microphone, dummy.
Yo, barbers getting fired.
Like, yo, man, my stuff ain't sharp. Never saw. But then when you watch Def Comedy Jam, you're like, oh, he was going bald in Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
But we were little when Def Comedy Jam was coming out, so we didn't remember that.
Yeah, man. But the barbershop conversation we talked about earlier.
Man, this is ridiculous.
That happened to me last week. That's why I was so fired up about it. My man Bambino, shout out to him, 10 minutes in the same spot. I'm like, dog, yo, what's good? I need this for Easter Sunday.
You start getting raw in the corners. Like,
Yeah, man. We got SNY TV. We've got Easter Sunday. You can't be like, this is prime time, baby. Can't be messing around. All right, Joe Leo, it's time for High Noon. Let's hit it.
It's High Noon.
Take it away, baby. It's your time to shine. There's no High Noon quite like the one leading into Nets Pacers. Like, that's a big High Noon. People get excited about that.
That's tough, right? For me, I would say the Mets pitching, right? You know, because I think we have to see if Singer can be healthy, see if he can continue. And Nolan, he coming out and he's a young guy. It's a lot to ask. You know, I feel like him and Slittler like the same type of thing, man. Like you don't know when you get with a young guy, expectations and all those type of things. So I would probably say, especially because I'm a Mets fan.
And you're more concerned about the Met pitching?
Yeah.
And then last year, the last 2 months of the season, that was maybe the worst in baseball. So I understand. Look, I'll go Yankee. I know we don't care too much about batting average anymore, but check this out. Once you get past Stanton, who's been awesome, hitting 341, Ben Rice, tremendous, 333, and Ahmed Rosario, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger are all in like the mid-200s. Take a look at this. You've got Jazz Chisholm hitting 190, Mr. 50-50 in a contract season. You've got Austin Wells hitting 185.
It's so early, though.
Trent Grisham hitting 167. Caballero's hitting 143. Haven't even gotten to the worst of them. My man Ryan McMahon, who struck out to end the game last night, was hearing boos at Yankee Stadium. And so, look, I don't want to complain about an 8-3 team, but the games count. And when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in your lineup hitting 190 or less, feels like a little bit of a problem. And you're right. Look, it's early. Things can turn around. You do find it funny that we're now going to get to the point of the season where guys are clamoring for Anthony Volpe to get back because we were trying to run him out of town last year, and now he's going to be the savior. But that bottom of the order for a team that right now isn't hitting a ton of home runs, I guess you do show some concern about. Again, they're 8-3, and I'm not complaining. I think they're going to be excellent, but just figuring out what to do with that 7, 8, 9 combination at the tail end of the lineup is going to be something that Cashman and Boone have to figure out. And now you're hearing the noise from the fan base. Should we be playing Ryan McMahon like he's that bad? Should Ahmed Rosario just be your everyday third baseman?
Already?
And yeah, already there. I mean, he's hitting 077. Yeah, I've got some numbers here.
It's only
listen.
8 games.
11 games if we want to be accurate.
Okay, 11.
077 batting average, 077 slugging percentage.
That just sounds weird when you say 077.
It's just hard to even read. 350 OPS, striking out nearly 40% of the time, which includes last night to end the game. And you look at all where he ranks. I got this from Katie Sharp. Does an excellent job with like the baseball numbers when it comes to the Yankees. 256 players with at least 30 plate appearances. Where does he rank in batting average? 255th. Slugging percentage, 255th. OPS, 251st. K percentage, 250. You could make the argument he's the worst hitter of any everyday player in baseball.
But isn't pitching ahead of hitting early on?
I mean, I guess you could argue the other way too.
Yeah, but it's either
because guys are not like.
But it goes both ways. Well, guys aren't stretched out, but guys still have their stuff. And
guys aren't stretched out.
I wonder how much the guys who pitched at the baseball classic and played in that like got more rhythm because they were going against more competitive like scenarios opposed to spring training.
And if you're not fully stretched out, that can hurt you.
Yeah,
hurt your performance.
Correct. But, time and stuff like that. Yesterday with the Mets, they were dealing with the shadows early.
I don't want to hear that, man. David Peterson's got to be better. Like that, a serious team at this point can't be out here every fifth day starting David Peterson. Like, he's been terrible since going back to at the end of last year. But I'm going bottom of the Yankee lineup. Who wins that? Oh, we don't do.
No, they stop. No, they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings no more.
We are so soft as a society.
It's like we give out ninth place trophies now.
I bet you that was a Tom Bauer decision because he's kind of soft. He doesn't want to hurt people's feelings.
Wow.
That was definitely your decision, right? We just go away with having judges decide who won the argument.
Well, being that I used to not work on Thursdays while the high noon duel was going on, I will tell you it was not my decision.
That's sad. Can we bring it back? It's not my show. I can't be making.
Do you want me to judge that?
Yeah. Be the judge.
I vote for Bart in this argument.
A shock. Oh man, I am shocked. Wow, who could have seen that coming?
No, he's a Yankee fan too. Though,
you voting for Bart Scott? I think like when we did this before, you went 3-0 with Tom Bauer. On 3 separate days.
That doesn't mean I
wasn't. So 9-0 overall.
That don't mean I wasn't right.
The next time Tom Bauer votes for me will be the first time.
I mean, bring better material.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you'll never see the day then, Ty.
I'm not bringing Anthony into this, but I'm going with you, Ty. So we were split here.
We're split?
We're
Anthony,
split.
Where are you, Pusick? We need the tie-breaking vote.
No, we don't. We got way more subjects. We got way more time.
Oh, so this is interesting.
You, brother?
This is it. Well, can we do the thought exercise where we just first evaluate the options? The Jets, no, not going to happen. The Cleveland Browns, no, not going to happen. Tennessee Titans, I don't think that's going to happen. You got 2 playoff teams, and then like the Colts were good until their quarterback blew his Achilles. Then you've got the Raiders in the AFC West, no chance. So Saints South, no. Cardinals in the NFC West, no. To me, this comes down to the Giants and the Lions. And what is more likely? A 4-win team leapfrogging Washington, Dallas, and Philadelphia? Or a 9-win Lions team who were in the Super Bowl conversation the last 3 years, leapfrogging the Bears at 11. So I'm going to go to the Detroit Lions. I think the Lions, of any team in the NFL, has the best chance to go worst to first. So give me the Detroit Lions.
Well, how about the team with 2 head coaches in Robert Saleh and Brian Daboll, right? So Daboll can focus strictly on the offense, and Robert Saleh can focus strictly on the defense. He's going to call the defense, something he didn't do when he was a member of the New York Jets. You talk about the offseason that they had, Jeffrey Simmons, pairing him with Jermaine Johnson. This is a young team that spent a lot of money. They spent more money in free agency than anybody in the offseason. And you're talking about the teams that you got to leapfrog. You got to leapfrog a wounded Daniel Jones who has a messed up knee who's going to be coming back. You're going to have to leapfrog C.J. Stroud, who it pained the Houston Texans to even pick up his 5th-year extension or his fifth year option.
Yeah.
And then you have the Jacksonville Jaguars, who you know,
won 13 games last year.
Correct, but with Trevor
And
Lawrence,
should have won the that playoff game against the Bills.
But Trevor Lawrence is super inconsistent. You know, they lost Devin Lloyd, who I thought was the heart and soul of their defense, the middle linebacker. Right? They paid Travion Walker, who's the number one overall pick, who'll be at one day that's going to be a trivia question. Like, which one of these dudes are the first overall pick, and they paid him. He hasn't lived up to the expectations. So I think it's easier. It's an easier path because it's nobody that we always talk about how this is a quarterback ridden league. I would say with Dayball and all they spent to giving him weapons and Rondell Robinson and going out and making it like Giants and Jets South, you know what I mean? I would say Cam Ward is of that pedigree, of that number one overall pick pedigree, where you look at, you know, everybody else. Kyler Murray can start balling out. All they needed was comparable play from Minnesota, and they didn't get that from J.J. McCarthy. With a guy that can create the opportunity to extend plays and run, man, Minnesota could be better. Michael Parsons coming back, that can be better. And the Bears dominated the Lions, which could be better.
A lot of fourth quarter, and I'm always curious about the fourth quarter comeback.
Yep.
Like, is that sustainable? And look, maybe Caleb takes a leap to where they're not trailing in these fourth quarters.
Well, Luther Burton takes a step as they got rid of DJ Moore because he was good enough to be
the number one,
a number one guy when they already got a number one.
I would say
they got Romes Odunze too.
But I would say Loveland is
and they still got
Cole.
They still got Cole Kmet.
Yeah,
and Ben Johnson.
Cole Kmet.
Yeah, Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet.
I listen. I'm going to do that rare thing where I help you make your case. So you go back, the last 5 teams to go worst to first all happened in this last decade. The Patriots, the Bears, who both did that last season. The Jags, I believe that was year 2 for Trevor Lawrence. The Texans, year 1 for DeMeco and CJ. And then the Bengals, they lost Burrow for the season and then won the division, went to the Super Bowl. So to your point, it's all tied to the quarterback.
Yeah.
And if you expect Cam Ward now with Dable to take that leap, and Cam finished the season off pretty well last year
without a lot of help.
Yeah. I guess think that the gap between Tennessee and what we saw from Houston with that dominant defense, and then Jacksonville with their offense now cooking with Liam Cohen, I just think that's going to be a little bit too much to overcome. So if I had to bet on a team, it would be Detroit. And the question is, which team do you think has the best chance to go worst to first? Didn't mention the Giants, because I think we're both just out on the Giants, leapfrogging Washington, Dallas, and Philadelphia all in one all season.
Yeah, that's just...
It's not going to happen.
These are good. These are proven quarterbacks. This isn't like we're projecting, can they be good? This is a guy that's been to Super Bowl twice. And yes, he's not the greatest quarterback, but I think Dak Prescott will be in the MVP conversation because he'll have defensive help this year.
Yeah, so I think we put the Giants on ice, but I'm going Lions. He's going Titans. What say you guys?
I'm going with Bart here. The Lions is a cop-out answer. They won 9 games last year.
Wait, so
I agree so much with this take by Joe. That was such a cop-out answer.
They lost Knuckles.
Hang on. Are we judging it based on
Decker retired,
who you believe is going to win this, or is it the validity of the answer, based on the question? Do you think it's the Lions, or do you think it's the Titans?
I think it's the Titans.
I think it's the easy answer. I personally don't think it's the Titans. I think the NFC North has a lot How
are you agreeing with Bart?
Because I don't think the Lions are either going to be in first either, but I realistically see them more so over the Titans. Also,
okay, so you agree with me then?
No, I don't agree with you because that was a cop-out answer. That was the easy answer. We know the Lions are a good team and can be really, really good.
So the question should have been, outside of the Lions, who do you think has the best chance to go worst to first? I'm answering it based on what was given to me. You see, even in victory, they try to discredit me. This is a cult. Something's going on. It's rigged. It's rigged. How does that even make sense? Even in me being he literally said he agrees with me, but won't give me credit because it's a cop-out answer. So you get the point. That doesn't even make sense.
Listen, I'll just take the point. I'm not here to explain it.
Come on, man. Restore some order to your damn show.
Round
that was
three.
crazy.
Get an answer right.
What's the
That's
best way
crazy.
to get someone's attention?
So this has a backstory, by the way, for you, Ty, yesterday.
So what? So let's just to repeat. What has the? What's the best way to get someone's attention? You go ahead.
Yes. So Chris yesterday had a. He was telling us a story about essentially he lived out the beginning of a horror movie with his wife in a park that was like an abandoned lot or something like that, where they lost each other. He didn't have his phone. They lost their AirTag for the dog, so they couldn't figure out the location. So Chris was running around frantically screaming, trying to find his wife, and I believe his wife was like singing Christmas songs, like either trying to find him or just trying to keep her spirits up. So there was a lot going on here, and either way, it took them a while to find each other.
Yeah.
So that's where the question lies in. What's the best way to get somebody's attention if you really need to get their attention?
Black people don't do that stuff anyway. First of all, black men don't really give their wives their phone, first of all.
I was gonna say, if you want to find, if you've lost your wife and you need her to come find you, start talking to another chick in the park.
Yeah.
She's gonna be there in
Just start. Just say, hey, how you doing? Oh, you ain't come looking for me? I can smell the perfume. She comes to you like a hound dog.
ASAP. Just start. That's what Carlin should have done. Just start talking to a random chick in the park. Your wife will
But
show up.
thing is, they went to the park after dark to look for an Apple tag. Like, bro, just buy a new Apple tag. You think you can? I don't know. I think people think these Apple tags like tell you exactly where it is. Like they're gonna pull you up to a spot. Like they take a general area.
Yeah.
So in the park, in the grass, he thought in the dark time he's gonna find a little tag.
But here's my thing: you can't just call her. Like, what happened? Like,
He gave her his phone, and she didn't give him his phone, so she had both phones.
how does that make sense?
I have that. That's
Okay, so we're going to go split up and look for something, but we're not going to have the means to communicate. Is that why he's off today? He's getting his head examined?
And he expected her to come back and find her. Like back in the day, we used to have, like in the hood, we used to have this thing that if anybody was in trouble, and I don't even know if I can still do it. I haven't did this in 25 years. It was like a sound we made, and if you did it,
Yeah,
dudes
that
would
was
come
our
running.
sound.
They go grab the strap, and they
Yeah.
come and looking for it because that means distress call.
Hammer time. For us, it was woody woo.
Let me see if I can do it. It was something like I can't
That
do
sounds like a what you call it, like a fraternity.
it. Yeah,
call.
maybe.
Were you frat? You
No,
frat?
nah, ain't nobody putting their hands on me.
They're not burning you
Yeah.
with some incision.
Me and my whole line, we fight. If they say you can fight, they're like, no, we ain't mess with. They kick our ass every day.
Yeah.
We grown ups.
You're not getting taken to the woods and paddled?
First of all, I had a teammate that got paddled so much that they had to have a skin graft on their ass.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm like, and you just stood there and took it.
Took it.
But you the dumbass. That them fighting words. And then he would walk around for like a whole semester with no eyebrows. I said, man, you stupid.
Yeah, it's too much. I couldn't do it.
You trying to buy friends, you're already part of the football team. We used to kick the hell out of everybody.
So who won that one? And should I even ask? Bart won, of course.
No, we'll give you that one. So that's 2-1.
I agree with you, Ty.
There you go.
That was creative
2-1.
problem solving by Ty. I'm going to give it to
Wow,
you too.
that's the petty. Like we'll just throw you this one just because you've been complaining about it. 800-919-3776. With Infiniti, you already enjoy ESPN as part of your TV lineup with live games, daily sports coverage, and check this out: expert analysis.
Expert,
not just any old analysis. Expert. I mean, you've got the B gap and the A gap. Like, you're getting that. Experts from Bar Sky. You want to get up and first take this Friday?
You know what? I got to tell them I'm back.
Yeah, let them know you're back. And now the ESPN Unlimited plan is available at no additional cost, giving you access to additional ESPN content in the ESPN app, including more must-see action like the WWE Premium Live events, that's PLE to you and I, on-demand programming, I should say, and originals to explore. So visit Xfinity.com/your subscriptions to activate ESPN Unlimited access, then start watching in the ESPN app. More from ESPN all in one place. 800-919-3776. We take a break, come back to your phone calls, touch on some baseball, get a little on the Knicks and the Celtics. Now, what if they hear that and they run up to the studio because they think you're in trouble?
Yeah, they might Swiss cheese you, brother.
I'm good, man. We got security downstairs. I'm good.
Swiss cheese!
I'm good. But you're listening on ESPN New York and watching on YouTube.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Hey fans, on Sunday, April 19th, when the Yankees take on the Royals, take your family out to the ballpark for the chance to receive a very special kids giveaway. It's Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day. The first 10,000 kids, 14 and younger in attendance, will receive a Hershey Park Kids ticket, courtesy of Hershey Park. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. That's the Yankees and Royals on Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day, Sunday, April 19th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver. And we are all getting ready for the Mubadala, New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York. And, can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Now, what is your role as driver of the U.S. Sail GP team?
So as a driver, you kind of have 2 different roles. One is trying to help make sure that the boat is going, as fast as you can around the racetrack. And then in addition to that, it's kind of the decision maker on board and, using the information that I'm getting from the whole team and the coach booth to kind of make those split-second decisions around the racetrack.
It sounds like an awesome atmosphere. What's the energy going to be like sailing right at New York City?
There's no better feeling racing in front of the home crowd, representing our country and hearing their cheering through our headsets that we have on board is, it gives me the chills just thinking about it. So we're pumped.
We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
Rich Eisen here. For small businesses, every hire counts, and so does your time. Hiring can quickly become overwhelming, from sorting applications to figuring out who's truly qualified. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro helps. It streamlines the process so you can focus on connecting with the right candidates, not managing the noise. Hire right the first time. Post your job and get $100 off towards your job post at linkedin.com/Eisen. That's linkedin.com/Eisen. Terms and conditions apply.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. a fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Yo, they always let the show get in the way of a good in-break conversation, screaming at us.
Just
We're
get
back.
into it, man.
Yo, some people want to hear Kendrick. Go GNX.
You know what they used to say, man? Like when you used to go to the mall, like, and you had like more than 5 black people together, like, hey, y'all got to break this up.
Y'all hot, right? Y'all hot. It's looking crazy.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
gotta break
I
this
always
up.
laugh.
You guys look suspicious.
Every once in a while I go to the mall and I see like they had a security because like kids are being kids. You know what I mean? That was one of the rites of passage, man. When you were young, go to the mall, just hang out, eat some Chinese food, maybe buy a pair of Air Force Ones. You know, go to the movie, walk around, try to talk to girls, and like in the malls, like in Jersey, like they break that up, and you got to have a company adult after a certain time. They even pass any part. They got like security there. I'm like, man, come on, man. But my kids ain't in that type of life.
Yeah.
But they are to that. They want to go to coffee shops. That's what kids do. Kids always did that.
We were talking about who were we talking about earlier? Oh, Gucci Mane, right? The whole robbery situation.
Yeah,
with
I wonder what Jake think about that with the snitching. Is Gucci done now that he snitched? Like he went straight fed, but he had talked against that type of stuff too. That's the thing. He had talked against it with Gucci. I mean, with
But they
Jeezy.
all do.
But when they were talking about Jeezy,
yes, they all do that though. That's part of like rap culture, hip hop culture.
But that's why Shine. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, Shine didn't snitch on nobody. He didn't say it was Diddy. He didn't say I had to go.
People thought T.I. snitched.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I didn't. You actually went in and did time.
Yeah, Bootsy did time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did time too. But I do agree that, I mean, I don't think it hurts Gucci's like industry cred, but it definitely hurts his street cred. Because a lot of people, especially in Atlanta, when the whole Jeezy and Gucci thing, a lot of people was on the Gucci side.
Yeah.
They look up to Gucci like almost Michael Jordan.
Yeah, like he's 10 toes down. So he's trying to sign new people. He had $1 million. Like, I'm looking to sign the next person, all that stuff. Like, bro, I don't know if you after getting robbed and stuck up, you want to be.
You ever got robbed before?
No.
No.
That would hurt me so bad because the worst thing to me is a thief. And listen, I'm not some moral compass where like you look at people who sell drugs and stuff like that. But I look at people that sell drugs or do something like that. At least they working for their job. They getting the product, they cutting it, they businessmen. Now what they selling is illegal, and you know sometimes immoral and ruining communities and stuff like that. But it takes absolutely no effort to pull a gun or a knife or something and take something or steal something from somebody. So for me, that's the worst crime. You know, so I don't know how I react. I want to say I just say, hey, man, just take it. But it'd be like one of those, take it, I'm coming to find you. You know what I'm saying?
It gets dangerous. I mean, but look,
who's the rapper that got shot at the Waffle House? Got set up at the Waffle House and wouldn't give his stuff
Dolph.
up?
Yeah. That was Young Dolph.
Yeah, but what about, it was another one in L.A.
Oh, got set up.
Yeah, he got set up, and they went up there because he was posting on Instagram that he was up there. They went up there. He wouldn't give his stuff up at the Roscoe's or something like that.
But wasn't that Young Dolph in Tennessee? Is he switching? Is he mixing stories?
No, this dude was light skinned.
This
dude was light skinned.
But his dad wasn't his like dad in on it.
Young Dolph was like a cookie shop in Tennessee.
Oh, that was him coming back to Tennessee.
I think what Bart is talking about is PNB Rock.
Yeah,
PNB Rock. Yeah, you're right. My fault. Somebody tried to pull because Bushwick got a little crazy. Bushwick is not the same. And I grew up in Bushwick. It's not the same at all.
They was pulling up with people like at Mr. Childs and like, give me your stuff, and you was eating outside.
You know what they did one winter? This became a popular thing. It was like to rob your phone. They was like, yo, you got the time? As soon as you pull out your phone, snatch it, rock you, boo boo. They tried to do that on me one time. I was like, nah, I don't got the time. Just kept it pushing. Bam.
Yeah, you knew what time it was.
I got robbed in DR. I can't talk
I hear about people out there.
I can't talk about the context of what happened, but
what time was it?
No, this was early afternoon.
Damn.
On the resort too, which is crazy.
It robbed your ass before breakfast?
Nah, but it wasn't on some. It
No.
wasn't on some like
thieves. Yeah.
Give me a. It was. We were asking for a favor, but we're dumb. This is apex dummy behavior. Okay. Where it's like I can go get whatever you're asking for. But I need the bread up front.
I got you.
And
I got you.
Dumb enough to like, I bet.
All right, we're going to wait for you to come back.
Here's the money. Yo, he was like, all right, we're going to meet back up at this spot. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, we're going to meet back up at this spot. So me and my boy waiting there at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, y'all dumb.
5 o'clock. 5:30. We showed up. And then as we're waiting, we're like, yo, why did we do that? Like that was the easiest bread that he came up on probably ever.
Yeah, he been sitting on the beach for 2 hours.
It's like so we got robbed in DR.
Same time, player. I'll meet you back when you got what I need and I give you what you want.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was not our finest.
But you know
moment.
they'll like even when I stopped taking watches and stuff with me because you can't even have your phone out. They'll drive by on the little mopeds. You be trying to take pictures and stuff. They snatch and run. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to my boy. Was in Colombia. He said right on the strip.
He was in Wall City. Where he's at, Medellin or
he was
Cartagena.
sightseeing. I don't know.
Yeah, I bet he was sightseeing.
He was sightseeing.
Trying to get it close up.
It was 2 things he said he was out there for: sightseeing, nice little scenery, and the food. So he said he was on the strip.
First of all, your friend's a liar. I can't even.
He was on the strip, and all of a sudden he goes down the field for his phone. Or was it his phone?
Your wallet.
His
you
wallet.
got to put your wallet. Put your wallet in your front pocket.
Swiped his wallet.
Put your wallet in your front pocket, man.
Actually, some dude, when I was in New Orleans for my bachelor party, some dude was out there swiping people. Some kid, and that was the crazy part. It was like this young kid. He was a teenager. And I actually went up to him on my OG. I was like, yo, bro, you don't got to live like this. Like, you could be doing a lot better. I schooled him.
He like, yes, I do.
No,
I make real money doing this, player.
Because I
got a whole crew.
But he wasn't even, and the crazy part, he wasn't even low about it.
You get killed about that.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, come on. We know how that go. But he wasn't even being low about it. So we peeped it. It was like, fam.
If you peeped it, he's still out there.
It's like, fam, you try to put your hand in my pocket, dog.
Get your hands out
Get your hand out my pocket.
Oh, man.
800-919-3776. Subi's in Midtown. What's up, Subi?
Subi!
Hey, guys, in the morning there was a comment section was, people didn't like the not nuanced talk about the Knicks Celtics series coming up. Do you think that Celtics have 3 top players versus the Knicks top 3 players? Are the Celtics top 3 players better than the Knicks top 3 players? And then do you think that the Knicks Celtics matchup in terms of the product itself, are you happy with the Knicks product itself? But obviously, Brunson, is he undersized in comparison to be a superstar? Is he too undersized to bring them to a championship? I think the height matters really for deep in the playoffs.
Who's the only 6 foot? Is he 6'2"?
Brunson, 6'2".
Hey, what is he really? Is he really 6 feet?
I mean, that's what he's listed as.
Who's the only 6'2" player to win a championship outside of Isaiah Thomas?
It's Isaiah and Steph. And
Steph is 6'3" though. Steph is bigger than what you think.
But like in the conversation of like those guys,
I can't with you, man.
Small guards, which is what Becky Hammond basically was saying 3 years ago, and why she never was going to believe in this Knicks team unless they got a guy. She's like, you need a dude.
Chris Paul never
won a championship. Like small guys just don't do it.
Do we go Rondo? But Rondo wasn't a superstar.
But that's the thing, because you'll find small guys that won championships. Tony Parker, Rajon Rondo, but they weren't the best guys on. I guess Parker in 07.
Nah, he was third though.
Well, 07 was the Finals MVP.
Kawhi.
But I'm saying Tony Parker in 2007 was the Finals MVP, but no one thought he was the best player on the team. That was obviously Duncan.
Right.
So, like, you can find teams with small guards, but it's just as the lead guy, it's only Isaiah Thomas and Steph Curry.
J. Kidd won a championship, right?
Yeah, in Dallas.
Right.
But J. Kidd is bigger, and he wasn't the lead guy. It was Dirk.
Yeah. That's what you have to say. And because when you look at OKC, you ask yourself, outside of Shea Gilly, who's a superstar?
I don't think they have any. Like J-Dub at time scored 40 in Game 5 of the Finals last year. So he'll have moments where it's like, yo, that dude is legit. But him and Chet are kind of hanging in that all-star
good.
E range.
Yes.
But he is making the case he's the best player in the league, right? He is going to be back-to-back MVP. And so it works when you're Oklahoma City and you show out in droves.
Also, they're so deep. They go 10 deep.
Yeah.
Like them and the Pistons with the Jenkins kid kind of taking the next step when Cade got hurt.
Dennis? Yeah.
Yeah, are like the deepest team that's kind of OKC is built. I can't say Cade is ready to be where Shea Gilly is.
It's hard
to
project that.
But Shea's older, and he's closing the gap. And, he's such a force multiplier, but I think it's never any indecision because it's never any idea like who's number 2, who's getting the shot. Everybody knows Cade getting the shot. With the Knicks, Towns should get the shot. Bridges want to take the shot. OG be in the corner like, bro, OG, all right, we feel you, OG, but come on, man.
But here, I don't think the Knick problem is who's taking the shot.
Their superstar isn't good.
We know Jalen Brunson's taking the shot. I think
their superstar isn't good enough.
Where we get annoyed with the Knicks is when you look up midway through the quarter and you go to the ESPN box score to confirm what you're already watching. It's like, wait, Cat shot the ball 3 times? Like, how does that happen? I think that's their issue.
Yeah, but
the few shot at you've got Bridges, OG, Hart, like all these guys, Mitchell, all of these guys have taken more shots than Cat. Like that just shouldn't happen.
Cat isn't demonstrative enough. Like he's get along guy. You heard Shaq. Shaq gets upset with that too. Shaq gets upset when he told him, he's like, man, you got to demand the ball. That's his personality.
Yeah. 800-919-3776. This is always an experience. Richard in Manhattan. What's up, Richard?
Hi, Ty. Hi, Bart.
Hey, what's
Bart, every time I talk to you, all I think about the great memories you gave us with the Jets and the fact that you're on the air with the great sports fans after getting your head banged for 20 years playing football as a linebacker. I find that amazing, man.
That I can still walk and chew gum and take.
You can do everything, Bart. You can do everything.
Wait, what was happening to Richard? What was happening to Bart?
Well, he was getting his head smashed playing linebacker in high school, college, and in the pros. Are you kidding me? For him to have the memory he does, and the way he speaks, he's great. He's fantastic. Anyway, fellas, you guys bring up a great point. I never thought about it. I go back to the early 60s. Isaiah is probably the smallest guard ever to lead a team to an NBA championship. Yeah. And Sam Jones had Havlicek. JoJo White had Charlie Scott. I go way back. And then later on, I don't consider Tony Parker a small guard. And, of course, Jason Kidd was big. All those guys were, 6'2", 6'3". Isaiah was a legitimate 6'1" at most. And you're right. And I go back 60 years, fellas. You guys are 100% right. Hey, let me just say something. Starting yesterday, at 7 o'clock till tonight, at 9 o'clock, in a span of 26 hours. It's historic. 7 Metropolitan home games. You had the Rangers last night. This afternoon, you got the Yankees at home. The Nets and the Knicks are at home. The Mets are at home. The Devils are at home. And the Islanders are at home. 7 straight Metropolitan home games in the span of 26 hours. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't remember that. Now, I'm going to close with this. Steve Cohen had his heart in the right place. He wanted to give out tickets to people to go to the game, to brave the cold. And, with the computer and the internet, you can take the ticket and not go and do all of this fancy schmancy. So people didn't go. What you got to do, I understand baseball has to play these games late, and it's scheduled. The after-work crowd wants to come in. They're set for the TV. You can't have teams coming back and forth, so they have to schedule these games. I understand everything. Here's what you got to do. Keep it simple. What you do is April baseball in New York. April. Free hot chocolate. Free hot tea. Free coffee. fans an incentive. If you're going to brave the cold, there's got to be a reason for you to come. You can't change Mother Nature. You can't change the schedule. You can't be pushing games back and this and that and try to figure out how you're going to beat the weather, how you're going to beat the scheduling of people for work. It's too much. So just get a deal with the people.
Yo, I listened to the chat.
Yeah.
Chat was telling us it was time to pull the plug on that. Shout out to Richard. Excellent phone call. I cared more about this.
After getting your head banged for 20 years.
Hey.
Hey, I've been putting in work.
Putting in that work, baby.
He ain't say who was doing the head banging.
You got a resume.
He ain't wrong.
You got a resume. Yo, listen, I love Richard. That phone call just went on forever. I feel like it lasted the whole show.
But the gist of what he was saying was pretty much about like how we have to try to do a better job. You know, baseball should do a better job in the scheduling early on, making sure that, you know, a lot of these games are inside or on the West Coast or in the South or something like that. And, you know, you should start games on the road, series on the road and stuff like that. I mean, I feel once you get to like middle of April, early May, then it's fine. You know, you can deal with those. Those are the same type of games you're dealing with in late September or October, potentially. No, but yeah, you should give some incentives out, right? And baseball should be a part of that.
Hot chocolate, tea.
Well, baseball should do something as far as being able to give them a stipend or something to be able to make the game. It shouldn't come out the team's pocket. It should come out of MLB because they understand that if they shorten the season, we don't have to deal with this type of stuff. Shorten the season a little bit, and you can put some more games, maybe some double headers in there and stuff like that, and you can maybe miss, you know, all the way start in the middle of April.
Oh, I'm with that. Let's start the season the final weekend of April. We just cut off like 30 games. The baseball season's way too long.
Yeah, it's way too long anyway.
Like, we're going to talk about how long the basketball season is. Baseball is double that length.
Yes.
Now, what we love about it is, like, you can put it in the back. It just, every night we know we're getting it.
Yeah, so you can just, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm free today. Let's turn on. I'm sure it's a game on. Either the Mets or Yankees are playing. It's just what you do. But, I mean, shorten it a little bit. Maybe you get, you know, less injuries. But also, like,
the games count a little bit more.
Right. Exactly. So, I mean, it makes injuries a lot more difficult because you get a guy injured. Now, you know, you're missing 30 games. But let's just say take 20 games away.
People are saying your hoodie's fire. They like it.
Oh, man.
What's this about?
Oh, this is old school. This is a unicorn. This is the former designer from Dolce & Gabbana. I mean, not Dolce & Gabbana, from Givenchy. And this is a Burberry. But he went over to
Stun on him.
No, this shirt's so old. He became the lead designer for Burberry. So like he couldn't take any of his designs they used to have. Remember, they used to have the Medusa shirts and the shirts with the numbers and all the coded symbolisms in between it. So he just took this around. So it's actually a stallion.
800-919-3776. You got Dan Grassa coming up at the top of the hour. We come back. We wrap the show next. ESPN New York and YouTube.
The 2026 New York Knicks are playoff bound.
The 2025 NBA Cup champions, your New York Knicks.
Will this be the year the Knicks punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
The Knicks have much bigger goals at the end of the year. Step back three with 5 seconds. He got it! Jalen Brunson steps back and puts the Knicks in front.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including Wild Turkey Bourbon, Citywide Window, and Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine on ESPN New York.
FanDuel has your back with a special Mulligan Bet Back token this week in golf. Once the tournament starts, you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got protection to take that sleeper pick or make a bold prediction. Backing someone to win it all? Well, go for it. Like someone for a top 5 finish? Lock it in with confidence, because if it doesn't hit, you've got that mulligan in your back pocket ready to go. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your special Mulligan Bet Back token. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087. Or simply visit TRA.com.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft, presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
All right, here we go. Last segment of the show at 800-919-3776. You had a good time today?
It's always fun with my brother, man.
Now, we gotta figure out what's going on with Carlin, because he's just randomly sick. The moment you get back from Africa, he gets sick. So that might be.
This is the thing. Nobody can get you sick in 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be around somebody. It takes 2 days for the stuff or a couple of days for it to
Well, you came back Tuesday. And you did the show with him Wednesday as well.
And he got sick Tuesday evening. Come on, man.
Tuesday, like Wednesday, you guys do the show together. Wednesday night, he starts feeling sick. So I think that this might be your fault, bro.
Brother, it got nothing to do with me, brother. Trust me. Tom was sick when I came back off her choo-choo.
I don't know.
No, that wasn't contagious. That was just allergies.
That's what people always say. It's their allergies. I'm not sick. It's just my allergies. Like, all right.
So maybe he'll be back tomorrow. All right. Final thought. So Knicks Celtics tonight, MSG. The line's 4.5.
Do we care?
I want to care, but if the Celtics are not playing 4 of their 5 starters, it's going to be hard to take that game seriously.
But what if they're not playing at 4 or 5 starters and they still beat you? Then are you scared?
That's embarrassing. I think that's a big story. If like Tatum's the only guy playing of their starters and they still beat you and you're at home. That's a big story. But
no panic, because at this point, I think the hay's in the barn. Nobody really cares. This jockeying for space, I don't know if the Knicks really care. I mean, if you're a team that thought you can win a championship and you're sitting up here worried about, I don't want to face the Pistons or I don't want to face Boston, like then you've already lost. Like you should want all the smoke with whoever it is. It's more important that you feel healthy. It's more important that everybody's in a good rhythm and that you close out the season the right way. And this team should be a lot more healthy than it was in previous years because they don't have the same wear and tear on their body. good job by Mike Brown by being able to to distribute the minutes a lot better, a lot more efficiently than he did, and they have the same exact record. So to ask yourself, did Mike Brown, is it an upgrade from Tibbs? In this standpoint, the fact that he got the same result without the same usage, you have to give him credit for that, for finding ways to discover other guys on his bench, mainly Shamet and Clark.
Listen, the NBA is taking a beating this year, but this kind of crystallizes everything that's gone wrong. You have all the storylines tonight should be about, hey, playoff preview, rematch from last year. Technically, these two teams are still fighting for seeding. Jason Tatum's return to MSG. The Knicks and the Celtics. Big game, national television, prime video. And the reason why, you don't know if you can get excited about it is because we don't know if the Celtics are going to play their guys.
It's prime video?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you're one of those, old grumpy, I can't find the game.
No, it's not that. I hate that I'm going to be stuck not being able to channel surf.
You're Bart Scott. You've got all these different devices. You can set up a laptop and a,
But that's
tablet.
That's just stupid.
iPad,
That's stupid.
phone.
It has to be picture to picture. You know what I'm saying? I would like to just be able to, okay, this game a little boring or it's halftime. Let me, halftime.
can still do that.
Halftime. No, they need to be able where you can go last button and bam, and then last button come back.
But doing that, I think they'll figure that out at some point because you do miss that.
Somebody who do that is going to be they're going to make mad money if they get that technology first.
But it also, that's difficult to figure out because everyone's last button is going to be different. Because you might have different apps.
But it should be inputs. I should be able to come out of input, port this, come out of Prime,
there you go.
Netflix, and go to whatever channel.
We figured it out.
They're nothing but computers.
We figured it out. Have the remote with different inputs so that you can store. Yeah. Which, by the way, happens. I guess the new remotes will have Prime Video and Hulu, but then you still end up at the home screen.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to go right to where you last were.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yo, you're a businessman. Take this up to the powers that be.
I think
you got companies on the side.
I think they do it purposely not to do that. They have technologies like your iPhone that you have now. Ben had the technology, the capability, had the technologies that they're going to give you in 3 years. So I think Bezos and them, they want you to get stuck because they want you to get stuck on those commercials. And Netflix wants you to get stuck on their commercials.
They want you to get stuck in the app so
exactly.
that they autoplay.
And they can
when
start
the game's over, they can autoplay to the next thing.
And they're listening to what you're saying, so then they can try and sell you it.
Yeah.
I can't. Listen, the next thing is going to be you ever talk on your phone and then all of a sudden you get an advertisement for it because they're listening, and we all know that they're listening.
Yeah.
So I can't wait till I'm telling you what's next is they're going to listen specifically to you as an individual, so they can sell to you as an individual, and it's going to pop up on your TV screen, and it's going to force you to buy.
I feel like sometimes even my thoughts that I don't vocalize show up on my screen.
Damn.
Which is scary.
They're in your head like
they're
that.
in my head.
they're like blackmail.
They got mind control over me.
They're like blackmail 30 to 32. Yeah, after 9 o'clock, put sex on.
All right, that concludes it for us today.
Is your stroke games getting?
Shout out to Joe and Tom Bauer. You got the K Show coming up next, but with the Yankees playing early today, Dan Grassa, he's filling in. So keep it locked. It is ESPN New York. We're streaming live on YouTube. Have a great rest of your day. Go Yankees! Get the series win against the A's. Holla at your boy.
You can just lay in it and just float, but you have to put shea butter on like crazy.
After getting your head banged for 20 years.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds,